No, go ahead. I don't mind. I have no problem with people hearing my trauma.
Well, they can hear you now. They heard that. That was the
Y'all want to hear my
actually.
trauma?
Hey guys, how's it all going?
Me, I'm the hater.
Yes,
J-Pedal, how dare you?
Definitely the hater.
You traumatized me.
J-Pedal probably would have like talked shit on your video.
Wow.
Right, J-Pedal? J-Pedal's
Yeah.
like the professional shit talker of the group.
My God.
That's just that's J-Pedal. Am I wrong? J-Pedal may not say shit talker though. J-Pedal will put a more refined way, I'm sure.
Maybe. Criticize.
It's like on the Discord where I said like, oh, hold on a second, I have to like go pee real quick. When like J-Pedal excuses herself, it's like, oh, like I have to go freshen up or something. I forget exactly the terminology you use.
I'm a poop talker.
Oh yeah, poop talker. There you go.
But yeah, when I was much younger, like mid-teens, I was playing Seduce Me 2. I was recording myself doing so, and I had a lot of viewers, like in the thousands range, like right.
Cool. So this is like when
Suddenly.
I was doing day.
And I also got quite a bit of hate on one particular, like especially with one particular video. I was reacting to the bloopers, and people were telling me to shut the fuck up and like shut up bitch and all that stuff. I was called a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
People did not like me very much.
You do J-Pedal? Cause like when we were doing videos, like you excused yourself, and like at least twice you used, I forget exactly what you said, but either we're like, oh, I have to use like the not restroom, or like you had to, I forget exactly what you said, but something that sounded very dignified. I'm like, oh wow, that's like a really polite way of like excusing yourself, and I wasn't accustomed to it. I can't remember what it is now though. Yeah, people could be nasty in the comments. I'm trying to think of what like the difference was when I was, or like any point where I was doing videos. I was a lot older than you.
Yeah.
Right.
So like
I also had like a lot of anxiety and was by myself.
yeah, it didn't like it never really affected me more than just being like, oh well, this person's a bit of a freaking jerk.
Right.
So I would sometimes even just like kind of like talk shit back, which probably wasn't always the why, but most of the time people didn't like really like respond if you like would say something back to them. So
Right.
Yeah, I
a
said
big
stuff
deal.
back. Like I said, like, hey, this is my video. I can do whatever the hell I want on my
Right.
video because I'm the one who's working on it. I also paid for this video game, so I could do whatever I want. This content.
I think like the absolute worst thing that I remember,
But it still affected me pretty hard.
like someone like actually saying, I was just like, oh
God.
okay. Someone, I think they even like went on Discord to do this.
God.
They like went on Discord and like joined and then DM'd me, and they just were like, I hope you die soon.
Jesus.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, I'm not,
Yeah, it
I'm not
is
exactly
like
planning on it.
extreme.
People get
It's
very
extreme.
They went to like a lot of effort to do that
Yeah.
because they had to like find the Discord
Yeah.
server and do all that.
Yeah, I think we lost a lot of empathy in the internet.
And the funny thing was, I didn't even know like what that was a result of. I'm like, what did I do to deserve that? Because I don't, like, I'm assuming they probably watched from like a Danganronpa video, because that's usually where people get pissed off at me. It's something to do with Danganronpa. And the problem is I don't know exactly what it was I did in Danganronpa that annoyed them so much. But that's my theory.
Yeah. Most
People
of
get
my
very,
hate-
very defensive about like stuff they like.
And certain things bring it up.
Yeah,
certain,
most of my haters were just literally
fandoms.
people being like,
Tribes, Mike. Those fucking
yeah,
tribals.
most of mine were like literally like, you're playing the game wrong, you're playing this version. I had one that was like telling me that I should have started this whole game over again because
Just start the
clearly
game
I chose
over,
the
dude.
wrong characters. Like,
I will
most
say
of
it
them-
is hard to watch
hold
like
on. I
a
just-
route where you know it's bad, like the
just-
bad route.
I just want to oh, you know what? Actually, no. I had the game. I was gonna ask for people to like clarify if the game music was playing, but I don't have the game music up right now. So that would have been a silly thing for me to ask. Okay.
Okay, yeah, good.
But I will have to check when we actually begin the game. Otherwise-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We should probably do that.
For me, like most of the hater comments that I had that were like attacking, I just deleted because I was like, oh, you went to all this trouble.
Deleted.
Here you go. It's deleted.
Mike, Big Brother Mike, deleting your messages. You missed a stick you'll never use in this random game. Uninstall and start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of stuff like that.
Oh, you didn't talk to this one person.
Is
You
the music
were,
really loud? Am I louder? Oh my god, okay, I kind of
Oh,
shocked.
God.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Oh. Jesus.
I apologize. I know I'm supposed to just talk quietly when I'm up in front of the mic, because this is the
But
proper
yeah.
way of doing this. I'm sorry, J Pedal. I did not mean to shout in
Speaking
your
of
ear.
like, one of my
Please
favorite
accept my
things, like,
apology.
you know, you didn't do this, start over.
I know
I
it
was
was louder than
playing,
usual because I think I was reconfiguring these settings, but hopefully that all sounds good now. Is everything now in balance? For the most part.
You don't.
Oh boy.
There's no refunds, J Pedal. Sorry. All sales are final, as they say.
Basically, I was playing Star Ocean and I had a person show up and say, you didn't choose this character, start all over. And I was like, I literally put a comment back and I tried to be as nice as possible. I was like, listen, I just want to play the game this way first. Maybe if I do a second playthrough.
I have to cut in here, Mike. Nanotrites, as balanced as it can be on this crooked stream. What exactly is that
Damn.
supposed to mean?
Damn.
The crooked
It's 'cause
stream.
it's because I'm a woman, isn't it?
That's right.
Women
'cause I'm a
are,
woman.
are crooked, I guess.
No, I guess I just make the stream unbalanced because I'm a woman.
Huh?
I see how it is. I see you're sexist. No,
Oh my God! Accusations are flying.
it's also because I'm Asian, isn't it?
Oh shit!
Asian and sexist.
Excuse you.
It's not just because I'm also biracial. It's because I'm.
Whoa!
It's
Now
a
Trites
dirty
is getting destroyed.
stream. It's a stream that's gonna be demonetized.
It's because you're racist
Oh my
and
God.
sexist, aren't you?
It will get
Nanotrites?
dirty later on, probably.
Love it.
James, what are you doing?
Oh.
My cat decides just like I could say the same to you.
But yeah, Serenity, that is true. How dare you not know every mechanic of a game when playing it
Serenity
blind?
now.
Gonna pull the Uno card. Wait, no, I'm gonna do a reverse card here too.
Nanotrites could be Asian. Are you Asian?
Are you Asian?
Nanotrites?
You don't have to say actually. Don't
You have to
reveal if you don't
dox
wanna-
yourself
if
in
you're not
every
comfortable.
single way, Nanotrites. I also want to know. Well, you're like I'm assuming British, somewhere in the UK, based on what you said.
Hey, don't dox Nanotrites. My God.
So I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead, try.
I was gonna ask for like your social security number, but I don't know what the equivalent is over there.
What's your mother's maiden name? I know where you live, Zeus.
Oh,
no,
J-Pedal's been
J-Pedal's
stalking. We have We have so many stalkers in this community.
No,
It's
oh
scary.
no. No, don't do this. James, what are you doing? Why are you sitting in the corner?
It's
Typically,
Asian
my name is
sounding.
Asian sounding.
That sort of counts. Sure.
I don't know.
Cool.
Trade sounds very Asian. No, I'm kidding.
JPedal like probably doxed herself, but I didn't like check into it. I could have stalked you, JPedal, but I didn't.
Dox your name. This could be fun.
Oh lord.
Mike, do you want to dox yourself right now? Do you have any
Try
not.
sensitive
Let's ask
information you
him
want to share with
If he
everyone?
remembers.
Oh gosh.
If I remember, oh fuck. You know what's funny? I just said before the stream, I forget who we were talking about, but someone was on the last stream. I'm like, I don't remember people's names. So I don't
Yeah,
re-
no, I was telling
should-
about like how Vinsabi was a friend I know in real
yeah,
life.
was
I
like,
didn't.
who
I
was
didn't know.
Vinsabi? I already
I
forgot
didn't
who was
know
at the
who-
last week's stream.
Vinsabi.
JPedal, I do know
I
your
know.
name.
I know who he is in real life.
Should I call your? Should I say your name on stream?
Oh, don't dox JPedal. Don't do that.
I'm like 99% certain what JPedal's name is.
You're in 99%.
Do you go by a nickname,
J?
JPedal? Just out of curiosity. I may say Crystal. I wasn't gonna say Crystal because I was gonna say something else. But I could go. With Crystal.
I mean, JPedal Crystal's in there, so
Mm-hmm.
all this doxing. Well, I know I'm not exactly secret with my name. I usually go. I go by TCam online, but
I've let
I
slip
do
everyone's
say
name
Steph.
on stream, one point or another.
my full name used to be on here actually.
Oh, I have to earn it? Oh wow. Interesting. Okay.
Dang.
No, I was just curious. People go by nicknames. I remember I always tell this story. Mike was impressed that I was able to guess his real name.
Oh yeah. I do remember that.
The guy's name is Mike Money Gamer. It wasn't the
Oh
biggest
my
leap
god.
in the world, Mike.
True.
For a low rate of $50,000.
Still, it was kind of neat. Yeah.
I never cared for much for mine. Just didn't
Wait,
seem
okay.
to come up that often.
I'm
believe it
polling
or not.
chat. Chat, who thinks it's kind of neat that I was able to guess Mike's real name was Michael from the fact that his name is Mike Money Gamer on YouTube?
I thought his name was with y'all.
Who thinks I pulled off like a major fucking heist there? I just have to
Sure.
get a reality check. T-Cam, you're saying that yes, it was a big win. I was able to get that.
Yeah, totally.
No
Huge.
one else.
I
I guess
No
yeah,
one- no one
no
would
one
know.
would have seen that. No.
No,
Yeah.
no one ever know his name was Mike. His name's Michael.
You
I
guessed the
guess the same
same?
thing.
Oh wow, JPedal. Big
Oh,
brains
do you want-
in the room.
You guys want to know what Michael's last name is?
Oh, what is it? Do you know it?
It's a secret. It's a secret.
Do you actually know it though?
No,
Without
No,
saying
I
it?
don't know. Actually,
Okay.
I don't know. I never asked.
I was
I never
about
asked.
to say- I was like, wait, what?
Trying to dox Mike.
Some people know it.
It's actually Smith. No, I'm kidding.
His last name is Gamer.
His name is Gamer.
Well, according to
No,
Lava.
his last name is Money. His last name is Money, actually.
Mike Money Gamer.
It's actually with an accent, like it's Mike Money.
Mooney, yes.
It's Money. No. The Mike I know in real life is Mike Smith.
All that money isn't spent on try.
Just to clarify,
Yes.
Mike Money Gamer's last name is not Smith.
Oh,
So
are
I
you
just
sure?
say Smith because yes,
Are
I'm
you
I'm
sure?
like 99% sure because Smith is a very very common last name. Have you guys ever
You're just
met
doxing Mike
a person
right
named
now.
Smith?
Yes. He's right here in the stream chat with us. He actually is Smith.
But like honestly, like, does anyone know a person whose last name is Smith? Because I have never met a person whose last name is Smith.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
It's,
No, like-
it's his whole
No, I
family,
It's a
haven't.
lie.
T-Cam.
It's a lie.
no.
It's his
it's
whole
just-
family.
His whole family
I-
is Smith.
Yes.
I have seen it on boxes at work, so I know that there's.
Wait,
like,
is
at
Mike
least
Smith
two.
the Mike that you always reference, JPedal? The
Mike
The one-
Smith.
yeah.
I swear, it's like to the point where
That'd
like
be really
I think
funny.
like
That just
if
happened
anyone's
with
last name
this.
is Smith, I just think they're a spy or something because I cannot believe that their last name is actually Smith.
Right.
Oh, it's one of them. Okay.
Yes, James. What is it? What you doing, buddy? My cat is hanging around us here.
Hell yeah.
He's looking out the window like a
Hell
little
yeah.
kitty. Being cutie.
Oh fuck
cutie.
yeah, Matt Smith. There you go. Oh, I'm not the name
Matt
personally.
Smith. Okay. It's a fake name. I don't understand. I know two in real life mostly reference to the other. Understood. Okay.
Gotcha. We're talking about mics.
Mhm.
Well,
Anywho, shall we start this war?
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how long we could delay this for. I was having fun,
It's like
but I'm like, we do have to finish this eventually. So,
eventually it
turn up
would
the
be
game
nice to
music.
do.
That should work. Let's jump into this game. Okay. Oh, you know what? The game audio's not working with this. So I have to do this like manually. Well, not manually, but
Great.
with,
Have fun with that, sir.
I
That's
can't
the
use the
game, then
game
you can
capture
dox
audio.
Mike.
I have to use the
Oh boy.
I'm the dog's mic.
alternative. And unmute that. Okay. Presumably we have game music now.
Can
Let
we
me
hear
know.
music?
Okay.
Can y'all hear music?
If
He'll just forget at the end of the stream. Like he forgot me.
if we can get, let's see, 10 likes before the end of the stream, I will dox Mike.
He just climbs up to 10
We're
immediately.
not gonna get 10 likes. There's we don't get that many people in the streams. Unless like people force other people to come on to the stream. It's not gonna happen.
God.
It's all right. I know what I'm doing.
Do you know?
Yeah, you're right. I know I'm right. That's why I said 10. No, you're not allowed to call people up. You're not allowed to raid. There's no raids allowed. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. I think this should be a good balance of shit. A balance of shit, yeah, literally. Okay, I want to actually record this just in case this fucks up. All right. I have no idea where we left off.
Make love to Eric.
Wait, didn't we
We gotta
already do
obviously
this?
do that.
Did I forget to save?
Did you?
Because I thought we had a sex scene like right before we left off. There.
Oh yeah, we did.
I
Yes,
skipped
we
it
did.
all.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
All right, let me...
We're
oh
good
no,
to go.
I had a save here. I didn't realize that. Okay. That's just my bad. Well, all we missed was
Failure.
5 seconds, basically.
Oh, this
We had
shows how like
sex with
unprofessional we are.
our incubus husband, kind of, because we were supposed to
Well,
get married, but we're
fiancé.
not quite married yet. Got
Well,
interrupted.
Fiance. We're fiance.
What was that sound?
That was my dog.
Oh, okay.
That was scary.
It almost sounded like a cartoon sound effect.
Well, he is indeed a cartoon boy.
Aw. Oh, so
He's a
just double
cartoon
checking. I know
boy.
now I said we hear the music. Everything's in like balance though. Nothing's too quiet or loud now that we're actually doing this. Or do I need to switch anything over here now? I'm assuming it's good. I'm trying to remember.
I'm trying to remember. Can you
Yeah,
remember?
should we start with Mike
21st
reading or should
night
I
of
start reading?
December?
Do you want
That's a good question.
do you want to do rock paper scissors? Even though like I can't see you.
The day of the siege
So we
has
could just
finally
lie.
dawned. We had arrived
Oh
at
my
the Demon
God.
Lord's castle, and
Someone's taking
we were as
initiative.
ready as we could be.
Okay then.
Are you
Many armies bearing different banners and colors washed over the grounds before the castle, ready to rush in and lay waste to the Demon Lord and the remainder of his forces. All of us shared a common enemy, and upon his demise, would all finally know some form of peace.
I swear for a second I thought you said collars, not colors. And I was like, wait, why are they wearing
Collars.
collars? I'm like, that's kind of kinky. Like, I mean, with this game, I wouldn't be
What's his
surprised. But even during the roll call of the major generals, the air became full of determination. Because we are now playing Undertale and Pride.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Avarice, Nausea, Fiorna, Aradum.
I don't know why I sounded very Italian, Fiorna.
Mm-hmm.
Klato. Borado.
Mirth! Avarice!
What is this?
Nausea! Fiorna!
I don't know.
Aradum!
I think he's calling out names.
Yeah.
I think so.
Klato. Borada.
True.
Nickel? I know it's an N-word. Damn it.
Ninja.
Each name called became a mark on history. This was the war to bring freedom or destruction to the demon world. If the rebellion didn't win this fight, then this war would never end. If the rebellion won, then the world would become united in a hopefully peaceful rule. Except not, because aren't they already planning to like fucking kill the
Yeah,
succubus?
kill Diana.
Yeah, like it's not gonna be peaceful. They're gonna like go to war again right away, or they're gonna try to assassinate, which is just not very peaceful. May not be a war though.
Assassination.
The hour,
before the battle was set to take place. My thoughts instantly ran back to our final meeting in Lilith Castle. Diana had pulled the leaders and us together, instructing us on how exactly to proceed.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Sero, you will be joining Shadow
Except
and
not.
Sergeant in the front, taking care of the main army head on. I expect that
Apply
you will come
directly
out
to
of it
forehead.
alive.
Imagine if he just dies like blup.
Apply directly to forehead.
Yes, my lady.
Rabbit, Faye, you are in charge of range attacks and defense. We cannot allow any of those blasted imps getting to us from behind.
I feel like they really could have gotten some more creative names. Because presumably, the demon world has more than just one rabbit girl, right? Or is there only one girl with rabbit ears?
Okay, so explaining
word.
this, the reason why the names were chosen on this was just because
Oh, they're like
in game they're just substitutes. So you can't. I don't think I ever explained this to you guys. So a demon's name is a very powerful thing. So they don't often give they don't often give their like real names to them. So to make and like Diana was trying to make this quick, because otherwise they would have like taken forever to like choose names, because she has a human name, she chose it herself. The boys have human names. They're all chosen before. She was like, okay, you're Faye, you're Rabbit, you're.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. I probably like heard it before. But
It was just very
yes,
whip.
ma'am.
Just very whip snapping here.
Just got them whipped. As Diana looked to me, I grew slightly fearful. I had to get into the.
Why do you
demon
think they want to kill
lord's
her?
castle. But how exactly did Diana plan on getting me there?
You and your fiancée will
Catapult.
take the side route straight to the castle.
Oh, there's just a
Wait,
side.
huh?
route. Why didn't anyone just
What?
use a side route to begin with?
We've organized our army to have our strongest on the front lines and against the tree line, giving us a side route for you to make your way straight to the castle.
That makes sense.
If anything trickles into the side route, you'll be able to handle it. However, there is something I must ask of you.
Don't fuck up.
No sex while on the battlefield.
What is it?
If you are indeed attacked, you need to defend your fiancé the entire way there. Do not let him use his energy.
All right, Mike. Important question.
Uh-huh.
Do you believe that love can bloom on a battlefield?
Yes.
Duh.
Why do you think that?
Well, there's historical evidence of it happening.
Is the historical evidence a Kojima game?
No.
Fuck,
There
it is.
actually is.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
You know
okay, there is it in a Kojima game too, but there actually are.
that. Wait, what did you just call it? A Kojima game?
I said it quickly.
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, I do believe that. I remember reading about relationships blooming on the battlefield and stuff. So, yeah, I can believe in it.
All right then. I was not expecting a serious answer.
Are you out of your mind?
I just read what Jay Pendle put. It goes, if you are in danger, you need to have sex on the battlefield.
Well, you know.
It would be a massive waste of time.
There's
No,
worse things that
I don't know what
happen.
you're talking about. Maybe it'll confuse the enemies and then you can kick their ass afterwards.
When
No, they
you
would
get to the
confuse them.
castle, I will be fighting one-on-one with the Demon Lord. If something should happen to me, then I need you to take over. She is not ready to fight him, and you need to be at full strength to finish him off.
We need Goku to finish him off. It's the fucking
Hell yeah.
plot of
Okay,
every arc.
she's got my magic with her.
We can fucking fly.
I stared,
fly.
listening and reaffirming the order. I couldn't lie. I was nervous. However, I was determined enough to see this through. I looked over at my fiancée with a confident smile.
I honestly can't believe that they only have one idle animation for him. It just has that stupid pose the entire time.
They all have only one pose. I don't know what you're talking about. I got this. Don't worry.
Despite the worried look in his eyes.
he nodded and held my hand, trusting me in my decision to agree with Diana's command.
This is so much fun.
Go ahead, Mike, take it.
Diana rolled her shoulders and looked at the map draped over the war table between us all. Her gaze pierced into the parchment. Oof, as the aura around her body pulsated in anger.
Nice
Then
one,
she
Mike.
let out a mighty belch of power.
Fly ahead and meet the Demon Lord head on. No matter what
Apply
happens,
directly
I
to
will
forehead.
not allow that monster to live.
Yeah, that's what they all say. The,
The
pure
determination,
determination!
anger in her voice,
It fills you with determination.
I swear, everybody just wants a turn.
We're just gonna steal everything
Give me a
from
turn.
Try here. The pure determination, anger in her voice practically sent a shiver down my spine. She was set on seeing this through to the very end, and I was sure that she was willing to even die if it meant taking the Demon Lord with her.
If I go
Shut up.
down, I'm taking you with me!
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. It makes me think of that scene in Scooby Doo where like there was a sheriff that was like chasing. Yeah, they was chasing this dude into like I think an active volcano, and
What the fuck?
yeah, this
a
like
bit
sheriff dude was like
hardcore.
chasing this. The sheriff was like going so hardcore into like chasing criminals,
The sheriff needs
and
a
like
raise.
they ended up falling into this volcano, and like as they're like dying in the volcano in like the lava,
Wait,
he puts
what?
handcuffs on him.
No.
He puts handcuffs on him, and then they're just in there and dies.
Is this really Scooby-Doo or just like a fever dream
It
you're
was
having?
a
There's a
Scooby-Doo
fucking
Scooby-
sheriff in a volcano dying? In a Scooby-Doo cartoon?
No, like it was supposed to show how badass he was, like even to the very end.
Yeah.
Like as he's dying, he's arresting this dude.
Dude, that's hardcore for a fucking Scooby-Doo.
This dude is hardcore as they didn't need to go as hard as he did, but he did. He just like as he was dying, he put handcuffs on a dude.
Yep.
J-Pel, we know that
Well,
you're
it's hard.
excited for this too. Don't try to hide it.
There's no more erotica after this, I think.
Oh.
I think we
Why are
missed
you
that
sad?
line, by the way. Nobody
up,
read
Mike?
that one before.
No
No one
one
read
read
the
that
line
line.
that was before that
Who
one.
cares about that line? Didn't matter.
Oh lord.
As they agreed,
It's
the
taking so
meeting
long to prepare.
ended.
Just fucking do it.
As they agreed, the meeting ended and the mental preparations had begun. The idea of the upcoming battle scarred. Well, not scarred me yet. It didn't scar
Yes,
me
it
yet. It scared me though, sending waves of fear and worry up and down my body in response to the thought.
So, my warrior princess, are you
Oh
ready?
lord.
That's trademarked.
Yes, it is.
I want to say yes, but I'm fucking terrified, man. Like I'm gonna go into war. What the fuck is this? I wasn't raised on it.
Things might get a little chilly in here. Why are things getting chilly? Because we're not having any erotica?
Yeah.
I can write some fanfiction real quick and like.
I'm sorry,
read
you
it.
have nothing to keep the spice up.
make
Eric
Mike
gave
read
me
it.
a comforting smile and gently leaned down and kissed my cheek. Oh my god, this is so romantic. Wrapping his arms around me softly. There you go, J-Pet. Like, happy
I
now?
promise. I will
got a little hug and
protect you
kiss.
from anything that comes our way.
But you're not supposed to use your powers.
Exactly.
Is that Hagrid
You're not
in
gonna
the
protect me at
background?
all. What?
The statue.
What is it?
Hagrid?
Hagrid.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
I doubt it.
I'm just trying to make a reach here. I listened to him speak before nodding, taking in a deep breath. Everything would be okay, allegedly. We would be fine. I had to believe in myself and get us to the castle when the time was right. But the price is wrong! Like a
Yeah.
beacon, our forces became the banner of hope and strength for the rebellion. At the sight of Diana, many soldiers bowed or stared in awe, or became really erect because she's so fucking hot.
What? Wait a second.
I was
Maybe it was
waiting
her
for that.
presence, or maybe it was for what
I
she
was
stood
like-
for. But as Diana stood at the cliffside of the mountain, the air became full of energy and power.
Wait a second.
I was
Wait a
hoping
second. I thought you said we
for
need to-
aroused.
I thought you said you need to hold back so your trans doesn't get strike down.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's all fine.
It's
at
all
this.
fine.
Look at this
Lord.
battle scene.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like it.
Oh
The
my
trees are on
God.
fire.
There's
The trees are
there's
on
people.
fire.
the roof. The roof. The roof is
The
on
roof
fire.
is on fire.
The roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no
It's getting
water,
hot
let
in
that
here,
motherfucker
so take
burn.
off
Music
all your
too.
clothes.
This music's epic.
Is it? I have the music like mostly muted. Cause I don't like listening to it.
It's quite epic.
I believe it. Like a wait, did I read this shit?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you
Yes, you did. You were saying how they were erect.
They're awfully erect. Okay, my fiance Rabbit Faye. Oh, my fiance Rabbit Faye and I stood behind her as Diana stood on the ledge of the cliffside, addressing the rebellion for their final battle. Her voice echoed across the field, booming and reverberating through the air like thunder. Like a dragon? No. We're not gonna get to Like a Dragon until like another 20 years, at the rate we're playing.
Oh my
Yakuza
god.
series.
Milites!
Got a while to go.
liberati sturai tramcun tuis omnibus conversiris. Stovo biscum
shit.
reducitic vos ad spem. Nocte. Lavabir mor arcem. Hostium sanguine.
Okay, whatever they paid that voice actor was not enough. That was amazing.
It's the fucking
That's
person who developed it
Michaela.
herself. She didn't
That's
pay her.
Michaela Laws. That's her.
I don't think she paid
I know.
herself for it. Or maybe
I don't
did.
think she paid
I don't
herself.
know.
I don't think she paid herself very much.
I'm just saying, that's fucking impressive. That
I
was
just wanted to say the
good.
only thing I really heard in that was cum.
Stop.
Of course you did.
Stop.
That's the only thing I got from that. Mike is like making
This.
this like observation. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm like, oh the only thing I picked up from that is that one word.
What is she
Excuse
saying?
me?
Can she not say that in English?
Of course you.
It's America, not.
Yes.
Where is
I don't
the
know
destroyer?
Latin.
She said that she will help them gain their freedom, and she will stand with them as they fight this war.
I'd want to get paid for that.
There's also
I
one
would've-
other thing she said, but I don't think I should mention that.
Is that,
Is that all?
Is that all? I heard come in there.
She said she'd help them do something else afterwards too, but never mind that.
It's a bukkake party, obviously.
I don't believe she means it literally.
Bathed in blood. I think she meant bathed in cum. Since apparently
Hey, it
that's
could
what's
be both.
on his mind.
Oh
Apparently
my! What the
Check-
fuck?
check.
dude? Oh no! No!
We're so mature. We're so mature.
And the video's
We're
already
the most
demonetized.
mature ever. We're the
Jesus
best
Christ.
at this.
we're so mature. Our parents would not be disappointed or anything.
Oh god.
God.
Mike, you said that.
I know I did. That's why it's funny to me.
You're the one exclaiming after it. Okay. Yeah, bathed in blood. I nod as I.
My turn.
What?
I nodded as I stared at the back of Diana's head.
That is. I did not
part
bring
of
in the.
me.
I did not bring in the B word. That was not me that said that.
You didn't reject it.
I
A
did.
part of me felt a little intimidated and jealous of the power she had.
Neither did Mike.
I would-
She really could make armies bow to her and obey her every whim. And turn them on with a single look.
I'm just looking here. We've been recording for like what, 20 minutes or something. I don't fucking know.
And we haven't even.
Most
we
of it
haven't
was
even gotten
fucking
past, like, the
talking.
first part.
Yeah, like, and we're already demonetized. I'm just assuming.
Of course.
at this rate.
Probably.
If
It's
it
your
wa-
fault. I was trying to be PG for this, but now you're like saying all this. I'm like, oh well, I
Okay.
guess those are
It
off.
was just hanging there. I had to hit it.
Just like
We have Ann in the
Hanging
chat.
just
I don't even know who Ann is. They just showed up and they're like femdom confirmed 20 minutes or something in the game.
oh my god.
Look,
At the
Ann,
same
welcome to the
time,
stream. I didn't know what we're getting.
I knew that she was doing the right thing for this world.
Ele dio dominati sun nostri. Noste struet, io mitere, Profundissimum.
I kind of hope Anna's like one of your
Detractus.
friends or something. And
Detractos.
not just some random person that came in and just happened to bear witness to
I don't know who this
fucking
person is.
abomination. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you for finding the stream, man.
You should be thankful.
Oh, there was a
we
fucking
didn't
line I
throw
was supposed to read, I guess. A pair of guards
Oh,
rushed
yeah.
forward, carrying flailing imp demon who was caught in chains. Unfortunately, slammed him down in front of Diana. She glared down at him and gripped one of his horns, pulling him to his knees. It seems relatively, overkill.
You should be thankful we didn't throw you into a stew like we did your partner.
Do we really have time to do this to individual demons or imps or whatever? Oh, okay.
Oh,
With that whisper, Diana dragged her nails across the imp's neck, slicing open 5 large gashes in his throat, making him garble out a painful, bubbly cry. The mysterious stranger. Well, welcome, Anne. I'm glad you could find your way to the stream. I'm glad that you haven't found this too cursed yet. What was I fucking saying? Yeah, whatever. She's killing an imp. Kept holding his head up, focusing on the blood she poured from him and guiding the energy that emanated from it towards the castle. With a flash, a large purple and red orb barrier that surrounded the castle shattered, fading into the air, like in Ghostbusters with the museum. Oh, that was Ghostbusters too. The barrier
we're
that
gonna
held
call Ghostbusters.
Succubus. Whatever. I don't know. Can't think of anything that goes with it.
Suck your bus.
Suck your
Oh,
bus. The barrier that held the demon lord at bay was finally open, allowing us to charge in and end this once and for all. Or will we?
Da, da, da. No,
Mike, are you gonna read now? Like, why were you reading before?
Yeah,
not now?
I'll read this.
Go ahead, read,
Okay.
Mike. Read, damn it.
Diana summoned her saber, letting it shine brilliantly as the purple taint over her skin began to twist and turn. Before my eyes, the taint on her back took shape, lifting off of Diana's skin and morphed into a set of demonic wings. I could only stare, jaw dropped, as Diana's body lifted off the ground and began to fly over the legions, slowly gliding towards the castle. Everyone stared at her ass while this was happening.
I don't know how innocent Anne is. I mean, I'm not trying to make any judgment. The first thing Anne posts about is femdom in the first message she comes in with. I mean, granted, with the nature of the stream, I'm not surprised, but still.
To battle!
Taint.
I fucking snickered at the same thing, you know, so I understand Anne.
So immature, my god.
What? You
So
weren't.
immature.
You weren't thinking it.
No,
Fucking-
actually.
At her final
Okay.
command, Diana's wings pulsated in the air, flapping gracefully as she swooped down and forward. She was charging and flying for the castle walls, saber bared and ready to spill blood.
Imagine she was like T-posing. Very violently.
We'd actually have to have an animation, but we don't get any animations here.
Just whoosh.
As
the armies below.
the armies of the dead began to bellow and march forward, Rabbit took hold of my shoulder and turned me away from the castle to face her. Do you want to just watch Evil Dead
Come, we must
at
hurry.
this point?
What the hell happened to our man?
That's
No.
that's his demon form.
Dude.
Have you not seen him in
Get
demon
your
form?
shirt on. We're gonna be kicked off of Twitch.
He's naked, basically. Do you not realize that like that the sex
I
demons are
thought you-
naked in their like demon form?
No.
I swear I remember seeing it
fucking
when I
often
played
they've
the
been
first one
naked?
forever ago, but it's been forever.
Other than when we're
Yeah, no, they
back.
don't wear clothing.
Yeah.
So the red and like still like obviously like their legs and stuff are like covered in like just like apparently their skin is like a natural armor, so they don't wear clothes. But I don't understand why they wouldn't wear clothes just because like clothes are nice.
Those are nice.
Like they're
Somebody
supposed
quote
to be
that.
they're supposed
Somebody
to be
clip
princess
that.
and princess.
Clothes are nice. Oh, okay. Mike, of all the things we've said today, that is what got Mike the most excited. Oh,
I know, that's
clothes
just
are
too
nice.
funny. It's just like the most innocent thing ever. Like, clothes are nice.
like okay, think about it like this. They're princess and princess. Like Diana's a princess, right? The boys, the Inca boys, they're princes. Why wouldn't they wear clothes anyway? It's a status symbol.
Maybe they're nudists.
No, they
No,
gotta
like,
show
rabbits
off
wear
their horns, you know?
They're horny.
Oh my god.
Certain clothes are expensive. Exactly, nanotrites. Understanding the need for urgency, I nodded and rushed forward with the rest of the incubi towards the slope down the mountainside. Let's rush in.
Heck yeah.
This is gonna be worse than the long night.
Everything is in order.
Sergeant Diana's guard are at the front lines, while Shadow is with his legion to the west.
Is our route clear?
We've done what we can to keep your way clear. We'll try to make
I
sure
feel like
the
there's
battle
so
won't
much
break
description
through
of
the
this
path.
battle, and none of it actually matters. I nod, feeling the need to rush, nip at my heels, pushing me forward. My fiancé seemed to agree, gripping my hand and walking at my pace alongside me.
Straight through here. The sound of the war will always be on your
Potato
right,
Tryin!
so do not get lost.
Won't be the only thing that's long. You know what I
Long
mean.
or hard.
Oh.
We're throbbing.
No!
Pulsing and
No!
Jesus, stop!
Doxing, Mike!
or twitching.
Oh, it's a different kind of Twitch that we're on now.
Oh boy.
In sync, my fiance. In sync? What are they doing here? And not in acknowledgement for trying to see the other brothers and their wives.
And I just got paid.
So this is
Oh,
it.
fuck, that's your line.
Yeah.
These battles are gonna be so soft and limp. It's a great time.
This battle's gonna be so limp, so soft and limp. I
Hey, look.
only see.
Okay. Sex
James
aside
isn't in
here.
his demon form.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, for some
He's
reason.
dressed up all snazzy with his fancy watch. Also, why did they bring his wife here? Is
It's
she
because
gonna
okay, so
help out?
I explained it like this. The reason why Michaela wrote the wives in was because she wanted to keep the the players invested on the one route that they chose instead of blasting out the other boys.
Because like the second you
which
see
I
a
find kind
guy
of dumb.
like without female accompaniment, you're gonna be like, oh, I need to jump his bone right now.
Exactly.
Okay, well I'm glad that's covered
Apparently.
here.
Yes. His
But
phone.
here's the thing, I'm still gonna thirst after James, so Michaela,
Alright,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
you didn't work.
Let me know when
You
you're
didn't
done
work.
thirsting. I'll let you have your moment.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. we gotta continue or else I'm gonna be stuck here all day, you know?
Careful, all right? Make sure you stay safe.
What's
Nah,
her name
we're
again?
gonna
I can't
go
read it with
in
the fucking
like,
fancy text.
crazy as shit and just punch people in the
Iridessa?
face.
Her name is Iridessa.
That's an E. Okay, gotcha.
Iridessa, yeah.
a couple times for me, all right? Right
Kick.
Absolutely,
Alright, Sammer.
Sam. Will do.
They hate their
I'll be right
father.
here rooting for you and watching your back, okay?
Emo.
Oh, you're not gonna fight? Okay.
What's that? We'll finish this and rush in as soon as we can, all right?
Okay, that's better.
Make sure you kick some serious ass. Show that old goat what he gets for messing with you.
Okay.
I like how they call him a
I'm
goat.
here to kick ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
We'll win this. We know we can.
What's wrong, Mike?
Why are we all out of gum?
We're always out of gum.
Next, you're gonna, next you're gonna
nicotine-
tell me all the rum is gone.
They're nicotine gum and they just ran out because they just keep using it consistently and they can't stop.
All right, who invited the 12-year-old here?
You can do this. We'll
What?
see you soon, okay?
She sounds way too like prissy to be fighting. She's not gonna do anything.
None of them are gonna do anything. I don't even think the other guys are gonna do anything. The brothers, like they're just there to chill. I don't know.
Yep.
They're here for
I
moral
smiled.
support.
Despite the nerves running through my body, I held on to my oh fuck,
Fiancé's
fiance's
We'll
hand
get it
and
eventually.
gave it a hard squeeze before receiving one back in kind.
We'll finish this, then we'll go home.
And then I'll finish you.
Oh lord.
Very hard and rough. Not gentle whatsoever. We'll have our own war in bed.
The group nodded before I slowly turned and looked
These
into
sheets
the
won't be
tree
clean
line.
afterwards.
Took a breath and rushed
Oh
forward.
no! Stop!
I'm not even listening to this. Matching my speed, my love followed, weaving through the trees behind me to not lose sight of me.
Oh no.
The journey was surprisingly, dare
The
I
headboards
say,
won't survive.
limp. The sound of the war exploded beside us, beside the tree line, causing me to cover my
Moist.
ears a bit from the volume, but I shook my head and pressed forward, not wanting to become distracted, since I get distracted easily. The goal was to get to the castle. Oh, look, a tree! Oh, I had to focus. As I rushed forward, I felt my instincts go aflutter. causing me to stop. I don't even know what Mike said there. Just cut out.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. My incubus skidded.
Everyone could
to a
use
halt
a
beside me.
reassuring hard squeeze from time to time. Oh yeah.
Everyone could use a reassuring hard squeeze. That is very, very true. I'm glad that we stopped to acknowledge that.
Yep. Don't worry, we're gonna give a lots of reassuring hard squeezes to Eric.
Oh,
Let's not get distracted. We're out of breath. We're confused.
What's wrong?
What's going on? Where am I? Who am I? Oh, I guess I got distracted. Sorry, I looked up at him, staring into his eyes and contemplating my plan. It took a lot of energy out of me, but it was faster than running. Plus, I'd be holding him with me, adding on to the weight. I took a moment before mentally hitting the fuck it button. The fuck it button. Wait, hold on. Do I have something for this? Uh-oh. I don't think I have a fuck it button. We need a fuck it button.
You need a
Fuck
that
it.
was easy button.
Do I?
I swear you had one at one time. Now that was easy.
Oh well. I was gonna look for a fuck it button. You know what I could do there?
Add the fuck it button.
They had too many F it buttons.
There it
I
is.
suppose.
There we go. That's close as we can get to the fuck it button.
Yes. Okay.
I quickly grab my incubus's hand. Why are we referring to him as our incubus? Like he has a fucking name.
I think the reason why is because it's easier to like
That is
do
like-
general
Oh god, I know what you're gonna say.
for coding purposes. It's easier to like have like one large text that like that can work for every route rather than like
that would really take so little work to actually like. I kind of know how the Ren'Py like scripting works. That it does not take a lot of work to like put that in. That
you
is
have
really
a
lazy.
point. You have a point.
Fly, you
Oh.
fools!
It.
Fly. You don't have a fly button either.
As my voice rang through the air, my feet suddenly were pushed up and off of the ground, pulling my incubus. Oh my god, it's so awkward every time, along with me, and causing him to wrap his arms around me in utter surprise and fear of falling.
Whoa!
Hello, my
I love
incubus.
that.
I like how like there's an implication that we didn't tell them what we learned.
My body and my incubus's body shot into the air above the trees and let us see the battle raging beside us. I stared in shock as the battle escalated between the two sides, slicing and ripping each other for territory and ground. I can judge without doing it. Still, the thought of the castle ran through my mind, causing me to shake my head and fly us forward. And the incubus in my arms held me together. It was a little cute to think about him holding me like this for once as I guided us through the air. I knew that there were imps still in the forest below. However, so I glared into the trees and pointed a hand out, forming a familiar green orb in my hand, and shook into the woods. I repeated the action over and over as we continued forward. I could faintly hear the sound of the imps below, becoming caught in my thorn, some even crying out from actually being impacted by one of the orbs and being cocooned by a thorny trap. My incubus, despite I feel like we're just a real big fan of the band Incubus. Despite probably being surprised at my carnage, ignored the sounds below us and held me close to him, knowing that if he let go, he would fall. I wasn't focused on him at the moment. Damn. Fuck him. He's only our fiance.
Dang.
All I cared about was getting us to the
So
castle.
heartless. Why you gotta be so
You're not yourself when you're
heartless?
hungry. By the time we reached the end of the forest, there were a slew of dead bodies behind us, all entangled in forests full of thorn bushes. I landed at the tree line, panting and feeling waves of exhaustion running through my body. I panted for
Body.
air, slowly focusing on calming down when my energy quickly depleted from its continued usage to keep me in the air. That was all I could do before my energy was expended and a wave of exhaustion rolled through my body.
How many times did it say the word exhausted? It's like,
You're fucking right, Mike. It's like in every goddamn sentence.
Always exhausted.
Exhaustion.
We're just very-
Exhausted. Fucking hell.
I
I
mean,
began
I
to
think you-
fall forwards, exhausted. My exhausted fiance, however, quickly rushed forward, even though he's exhausted, and he caught me in his exhausted arms.
Whoa! Princess, are you okay?
No, I'm exhausted.
Eric asked, my incubus
No,
asked,
I'm gonna die.
my incubus asked me exhaustedly. Huh? I answered exhaustedly. I looked at him exhaustedly, staring down at me exhaustedly, with deeply concerned and exhausted gaze.
His
We were
arms
safe
aren't limp; they're rigid. They're constantly fixed in that position.
We were safe for the moment,
At least one thing's for
exhaustedly
sure.
so. So I merely smiled up at him with an exhausted nod. I'm fine, I said exhaustedly. I promised to protect you exhaustedly, like you protected me exhaustedly.
Eric
Eric
laughed,
let out-
small laugh, kissing my heart.
exhaustedly.
Oh my goodness, no!
I
We're gonna never finish this game if we
swear.
edited every second sentence here.
But he's exhausted, Jai.
I'm exhausted. Kissing my forehead and hugging me.
Spoil me so much, my love.
Whoa, calm
Yeah,
down.
I'm
Dude.
exhausted for spoiling you every single day.
Can we just finish this already? I hugged him back, feeling relieved.
That's what
that...
he said.
Yeah. No, that's later.
Yeah.
We finally arrived at the castle and were able to rush inside. As we slowly pulled away, Eric lifted me up and helped me to my feet.
Will
Why
you
are we
be
taking
alright?
so long to do this?
No, I'm exhausted.
Die.
I'm not exhausted.
Are we in the middle of
Shaking off the
battle?
exhaustion on my mind.
Do we have time to fucking gab right now?
Yes.
I'm just saying that. Okay, sorry, I'm getting critical. I looked up.
You're
at the
always
castle
critical.
gates
What are you
and felt
talking
a
about?
Rush of determination as an Undertale run through me. Let's go finish this
Let's- Exhaustedly.
with the Eric. Oh my god, I can't think. I said with the Eric because this is exhaustion. I rushed forward into
With
the
the
castle. The
Eric,
final
can
battle
I
had
rush-
begun.
Eric is not a person anymore.
Well, at
he
least
is
now
an
he's
object.
Eric again. He's not just our incubus anymore.
Yeah.
He's gotten upgraded. It's more important now. Eric and I rushed into the castle into the main hall where we could hear Diana and the Demon Lord clashing swords.
I will tear you to shreds!
Oh, that was extreme. Exhaustedly so.
Damn, girl.
She sounds exhausted.
Oh, this. I forgot he looked like that.
Yeah.
He looks so silly.
Just a little silly looking.
What's his hand doing there? Okay, does anyone else think his hand looks really awkward like that?
Which
Waist-
hand?
His right hand.
His chest?
Both hand, like that is.
Or-
It's just kind of weird pose in general, but also like the way his right hand is angled. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
I don't
Is
know.
this just me?
He has a skull
mean-
necklace that he can hold a soul in too.
He's
Unless
slapping
he's
his
wearing
thigh.
gloves, almost. So I can write that off honestly, because it looks like he's wearing gloves.
Yeah, he's definitely wearing
Yeah.
gloves. Yeah. Mike, those are gloves. Look, gloves.
Oh no, but I was looking at his necklace too.
Okay, I don't know.
It reminds me
Still
of
totem.
yeah, it reminds me of the totem thing from Princess and the Frog, where like the guy steals.
Oh
like,
yeah,
her
I
blood.
remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that. I know what you're talking about.
I see it. As we finally entered the space where the battle was happening, we stopped at the doorway, spotting Diana
His
slamming her
thigh.
saber over and over with the Demon Lord's sword, which was held over his
Yes.
head like a shield, except there's no sword.
His thigh.
Mike, what? Why is that in quotes?
Because J pedal.
Mike is thinking of something else right now, guys, and I'm
Thigh.
disturbed.
Yep,
Thigh.
I got it. I was right.
Think about thigh. Stopping his thigh.
Well, Mike just jumped right to it. From the look at sorry. Demon Lord was severely wounded, was trying to hold out against Diana's barrage of blows. Oh god. Well, Diana wasn't looking too well herself, but she seemed to have the upper hand.
Next.
What was scary was that Diana's face was completely smeared with blood, intensifying the frightening look of rage and anger in her eyes. Every swing was reckless, powerfully thrown to eventually hack into the Demon Lord. Klaus Hargreave pants? I don't even know what that is, but that sounds fancy as fuck.
Yes, it does.
To her displeasure, the Demon Lord was able to block each time. Eric and I slowly stepped in, watching as Diana continued to beat steel to steel. In an angry rage, trying to find an opening, becoming more enraged with each block the Demon Lord pulled. Slowly, his body began to glow, pulsing with red energy.
Enough!
That does not sound intimidating. With a blast of red lightning, Diana was sent flying back, slamming against the pillar and falling to the ground. With a thud.
With a thud.
Yeah.
Diana! Dirty Diana.
The demon lord seemed to ignore my shout as he stood and began to walk over towards Diana's fallen body. Diana tries to press up onto her hands, stumbling and buckling a bit before she glared at the demon lord while he approached.
I should have waited until you came back, so I could have killed all of you in one fell swoop.
Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, I should have waited until you came back so I could have killed all of you in one fell swoop?
He killed her whole family.
Oh, that's a reference to her family.
So she made a bargain with the demon lord that like she'll try and get the boys back, but if she fails, war will happen. So when she gave up on trying to find the boys, she was coming back, and he had essentially started war without her returning home yet, and had killed her whole family.
Oh, that's from the Umbrella Academy.
Pretty
I've heard of that,
brutally.
but I haven't seen it.
Apparently he killed them pretty brutally. I remember.
Oh, if you're gonna kill someone, you have to do it brutally, right?
I mean, like,
That's the way
so,
to
like,
go
he killed her mother, who was pregnant, with her baby sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jerk.
That's pretty It was actually. I remember I was really scarred by it because it was like.
You're scarred by it?
It was very explicit
did
how
we even
they
see it?
how they explained it.
Oh, they explained
No,
it.
we don't see it.
Oh. Okay.
So I was playing So the first route I played was James's route, and like Sarah was like really angry with James or something, and he was like saying how like explaining how exactly the demon lord killed her family.
Diana's glare intensified as large black and purple flames engulfed her body from the rage that ignited within her. What is this? This is the attack from Yu Yu Hakusho, the dragon.
You bastard!
Counting off of the ground, Diana formed a new saber in her hand. Oh, this is like the other Yu Yu Hakusho attack. And flew at the demon lord, swinging it to slice his throat open. However, the demon lord parried, locking seal once more with her, and leaning in with a hard glare of his own.
How does it feel to be the only one left alive in your family? Not even your unborn sister survived!
How would she have survived?
I don't know. It feels like that, I guess. What kind of fucking question is that? Then snarled, she slammed her feet into the demon lord's chest, forcing him back and causing her to catch herself on her wings, remaining in the air. The voice that erupted from Dan's mouth sent shivers down my spine.
You don't even deserve the mercy of death!
It's too much shit talk. Someone kill each other already. Eric instinctively placed an arm in front of me, staying put and watching intently. Both of us were sure that Diana possibly had this, but we didn't want to get in the way of her rage, as she was full out going berserk. Mike, you can read this now.
Okay. The demon lord let out a laugh before pointing his hand at Diana, summoning a large bolt of red lightning to shoot out and slam into Diana. Luckily, Diana had placed her sword between them and blocked the lightning from hitting her skin. Still, she was slammed back into the pillar she hit before and held there against a stream of heavy red lightning.
You're losing your power, Succubus! Just like your weak parry!
We're really drilling it in, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's an asshole, we get it.
With a tearful scream, Diana began to push back, shaking and gritting her teeth. The wounds on her body began to bleed profusely, but she eventually set a wave of purple flame-like energy into her sword and letting it climb up the lightning bolt into the demon lord's hand.
She'll never lose the power of being naked.
Oh my god.
Good contribution, J Pedal. You're right. That is the most powerful power of all.
They're all naked, I swear. Like, you know what's weird to me? The demon lord is wearing clothes.
Yeah, he's modest.
Why are his sons naked? Does he just not love his sons enough to give them clothes?
Look, times are tough in the demon world.
Yes.
Inflation
They're
is high.
literal princes.
There's high tariffs.
The demon lord
Can't get clothes.
quickly pulled his
His
hand
sons.
away, revealing
He let
a
his sons just be
sizzling
naked.
and burning aura around his palm and fingers.
They're just little sluts.
Diana weakened and exhausted, fell to her knees.
God.
Exhausted but not out yet. Her eyes still bore into her enemy, not ready to give up, exhausted.
Oh, nipples.
Tentacle time.
Oh.
Look at that. Oh my
If only his
God.
arms were a little bit higher, he'd be T-posing.
Yeah. I felt myself glare
T-posing
hard
with
at the
hips
demon
around.
lord. He was a monster that needed to be stopped. Eric, feeling my anger, stepped forward and began to summon his ethereal tendrils behind his back and around his form.
Are you not aroused?
Guess it's time to step in.
Okay. Behold my nudity. I watch as
I
Eric rush forward. Okay, sorry, Mike. You had.
No. You started
I
first.
watched as Eric rushed forward and planted his feet beside Diana, reeling his hands back and punching them forward. As he did, a crown of tendrils shot up from the ground around his body and flew at the demon lord like a spray of arrows. Now we are gaining the tentacle territory. Yay. The demon lord glared and sliced each attack out of the way, panting from exhaustion, but not ready to surrender. As he sliced through the last one, he sneered at his second son, gritting his teeth.
You.
Yes, you.
I never liked you.
Eric smirked. He didn't even know what his name was, licking his lips like,
He doesn't even remember his own son's name.
ah.
He's like, I would if I knew your name.
As he, I don't even know your name. As he finished his sentence, Eric formed another
I
round
remember
of
your
spikes
oldest. I remember your
behind him
oldest brother.
and shot them towards his father, glaring as he blocked and knocked away each one again with the sword. The demon lord let out a dark chuckle.
Like I would miss little insect traitors like you.
Oh, okay.
I bet he missed them. He's like, I miss my sons. I haven't seen my sons in
That
like
just sounds so
in like
generic.
10 years.
Yeah, I miss a traitor like you.
I don't know. It seems like there's no real tension here. The demon lord let out like he's fighting his son. I feel like there should be some more meaning to this.
He never really. Okay, to be fair, he never actually really cared about his son.
Well, okay, fine, that's great, but I feel like then what's the fucking
It was
point?
more so of an. It's
He's
more so
fighting
of an
his son.
embarrassment that like they left like that.
I'll get you next time, Spider-Man.
The demon lord let
Oh
out a
my
howl
God.
before slamming his
I'll
giant
get you
sword into the
next
floor,
time, Gadget.
causing the ground
Next
to quake
time.
and a large crack to cut through the marble and charge at Eric's position.
It's all because of you meddling kids and your dumb dog.
Eric jumped into the air and landed beside the broken earth, sending out another volley of spikes. Luckily, one ran to the demon lord's shoulder, causing him to shout in pain.
Losing your touch, aren't you?
The demon lord snarled before ripping the spike out from his body, letting the wound bleed openly before rushing at his son with his sword held high. However, Diana swooped in and slammed her saber into the path of his sword, forming a deadlock.
I'm not finished with you.
Whoa! Okay, I'm up. I'm awake.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, mommy. Okay, no.
Oh no, we don't need to bring in mommy stuff now. We already had the.
Hey.
What?
TCam's turn.
What?
I want TCam to read this.
Okay.
Okay, fucking hey, Mike.
You want me to read this?
Yes,
Why?
because
Mike's being weird.
everyone should deserve turns. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, fine. Diana and the demon lord pushed against each other, eventually jumping away from each other in aggravation. As Diana landed beside Eric, he stepped in and pointed his hands to the ground, where his tendrils burrowed through the marble and jutted out like a spike trap.
You're walking away for
Very
a
good.
second.
What?
J-Pill's walking away. We can't do anything. We're not allowed to kill
no.
anyone yet.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, we can't do it. We can't do anything without J-Pedal.
Yeah, you're right.
Dang it, we
Wait,
can't
Mike,
complete this
really,
stream
man?
without J-Pedal.
Yes.
Oh no.
What the hell?
Shoot.
I was gonna. I had to go. Okay, I'm going too.
Fine. Bye. I wish we could play some elevator music. Oh, how you guys been? Y'all had a good weekend? How's work? Y'all sleeping fine? How are y'all's creative endeavors going about? There is cake? Ooh, interesting. What kind of cake is it?
No, please, two, cake.
Victoria sponge cake. Interesting. What's that? What does that taste like? I never heard of that kind of cake before. Is it British? Had a tooth out in a week. Had a tooth out a week ago. Before the root had cracked. Still hit. Ooh, ouch! I'm so sorry. This sounds painful. When I was 17, I had my wisdom teeth removed. It was not fun. I had to essentially be like dragged like into the car, and like because I was like I was under like anesthetic and stuff. And my mom, she didn't give me the medications that they prescribed me because she wanted me to become addicted.
I'm here. Don't criticize me for not being present on my own stream. What are you guys saying? Sorry.
I'm just telling the time when I had my wisdom teeth removed.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom didn't give me the medication that I was prescribed because she didn't want me to get addicted to opioids.
Well,
so you can imagine how much pain I was
probably
in.
Shouldn't get addicted to opioids. I would generally
speaking, no. But also I was in so much pain I couldn't eat anything or drink or anything. I was careful. I didn't like take more than I needed. I just needed. I just needed like just enough to like handle like eating.
I got that oxycodone. That had mine taken out.
My boyfriend will always say this no matter what. Vicodin was the most fun time he had.
Yeah. I think it was actually, it was Vicodin. It was one of the two. Yeah.
Vicodin's just like, woof.
Yeah, I think when I had
my wisdom teeth removed, I don't take it in general. If that's what you're asking.
I never actually had wisdom teeth removed because I had to have a bunch of teeth removed when I had braces. So I luckily escaped that. But
oh, Mike, you had braces, you nerd.
Yeah.
I say that. I just to quickly clarify, I had braces too. Before anyone's like, you jerk.
I had braces too. You can see like my earlier gameplay, like you see me with braces. I looked like a nerd. I was adorable.
Yeah.
JPEG, the funny thing is, every single one of us left, unless maybe T-Cam didn't.
I didn't. I just stayed around.
Cause like Mike left, and the funny thing was, I was gonna leave to quickly do stuff, but then I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm leaving too.
Right. I was like, I went to go get another drink because I was like, I need another drink, and then Tryin was like, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere too, and I'm like, okay, cool.
This sounds so suspicious. I had to quickly go to the strip club.
The strip club, yes, indeed. Now you're gonna be covered in glitter.
This game has put me in the mood. The beautiful harem of incubi.
I
was gonna say something when I came back. I know we were talking about other things, but I was gonna say, it may seem like I'm being a bit critical of the game, and I was gonna say that's because I am.
Okay, good.
Because like
we're having fun though. We're having fun.
In my opinion, I don't feel like action scenes translate that well in visual novels for the most part. And
there's so few visual novels that can like capture what like
I feel like it's really
action
hard to
feels
nail
like.
it down. Yeah. Like
I remember
a big battle.
Yeah.
I remember I was made fun of for saying that one time too. They were like, you just don't understand like how like great visual novels are. I'm like, no, if there's supposed to be an action mode, like an action scene, it should be animated.
I feel like there's strengths and weaknesses of visual novels, and big action scenes probably aren't the strength I think
like
you know,
the biggest strength with like visual novels,
kind of
you
stuff
can
with-
like get really in depth with like characters and like relationships. But like with action, it's
that's what I was
really
gonna
hard
say.
to convey. Like it's already hard to convey that through
I'm
writing,
waiting to
and,
see.
like in books. But like in visual novels, it's also it's the same case. It's hard to like translate action through words and just a singular picture.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not on the fault of like the
Oh,
creators. It's really fucking hard.
Jay Petal, you've been like advocating me to play the extended demo of the Seven Kingdoms Princess Pretty Parker Pansy for like the last 10 years.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Is the fucking game out yet? Like, why is there just an extended demo? The Princess I can't remember the name of it. That was close. But is the game ever gonna come out? Or is it just one of those unfinished games at this point? I mean, I could fucking do it anyway, I guess. I guess I could do it for you, J Petal. I'll be. I was gonna say a nice guy, but I know that fucking.
But you know how to be a nice guy when you're not really
I'm
one.
a
not
nice
with
guy. Mike, if I say that line, do you know where that's from?
The nice guy line?
I'm a nice guy. Yeah.
Orphan.
Hey, Mike got it too. I told you it's from Orphan J Petal. It's not some Reddit thing. At least not for me. I know it's a Reddit thing too.
He says
Slay the Princess. I actually have heard of the Slay the Princess game. It seemed pretty interesting. I haven't looked into it, but it's kind of like a. Wait, maybe I shouldn't say what it is. Some of you may have heard of it before, but it's kind of got like a little bit of a meta thing to it, sort of like some other popular visual novels that I think most people could probably assume what I'm referring to. Anyway, yeah, is that have any of you besides Anne heard of that one? Slay the Princess? Orphan sounds like he'd be a Redditor. I mean, maybe.
I mean,
Would
like
Orphan be a Redditor? Huh.
the way he said like, oh, she can't be like.
Oh my god.
13.
Oh my god, yeah, he'd be like one of those dudes like debating the age of consent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like that.
Yeah.
Well, technically, she's a 1,000-year-old dragon, so it's fine.
Oh god. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Maybe I consider it. Did I buy it? There are a couple of games I bought on Steam stuff. I don't know what I got and what I didn't get. I've forgotten now. I may not have gotten that one, but it's probably.
Recently,
not
my
too
best
expensive.
friend gifted me for my birthday. She gifted me
Oh, J-Petal's messaging
Cult of the
me.
Lamb.
Oh, I heard of that too. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you know what? You know, it'd be great idea for a stream if we did a monster prom. It's really fun.
Some people have been pushing for Monster Prom. I forget who, but someone definitely has. I don't know if it was J Petal or someone else, or maybe it was just you.
With the sex update. Oh my god.
I'm checking my Discord. Hold
Put
on.
the last update in the Discord. I support it.
And on to the news! For a long time, doing the endings felt a bit like pushing a boulder up the Sisyphus hill. The closer the thought to the but now blah 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 blah. So basically, it's never gonna be done. I stopped reading halfway through. That's the gist I'm getting from this.
Oh my god.
Maybe
I
I'm
love
wrong.
it. That's the best. Yep.
Can I just say
J
kind of,
Petal's
like,
yelling at me. I'm sorry,
say
J
like
I've seen
Eric's
so many of
markings
these.
don't match his
Oh, sorry, go
sprite.
ahead.
No. I'm just making a comment about the game. I'm just realizing now his markings don't match his sprite. I don't think.
Wait, his markings?
Yeah, his the red
his
marks
body
on
paint?
his chest and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think they match the sprite.
Oh, it's going to be done allegedly, barring extreme circumstances. Extreme circumstances will ensue. Well, okay, I'm assuming that this update is from like the end of Yeah, you said December. So yeah, it would be the early part of this year. Well, if it comes out, then I'll play it. Because if it's the early part of this year, then presumably it's coming out in the next 3 months or so, right? I kind of doubt it, though. Maybe it will. I know I should be more optimistic, but... I've seen so many of these visual novel games that just, like, never get freaking done. It's not the first. At least they're updating it, though. Like, I'll give the creator credit for that, right? I'm mostly talking my ass, by the way. I don't have any serious criticism of the projects. I haven't checked it out, so I'm just kind of doing this for entertainment, or just to be a dick, mostly. What the fuck are we doing here? All right, he's gonna do some shit. They're fighting. Diana and Demon Lord pushed against each other, eventually jumping away from each other in aggravation. As Diana landed beside Eric, he stepped in and pointed his hands to the ground, where tendrils burrowed through the marble and jutted out like a spike trap. The Demon Lord was quick to react, rushing back before the spikes impaled him from below and glared. This match had become an unfair fight for him, but in our case, it was needed to finish him off at last. Yeah, really got to finish him off by now.
Just as cocky as your mother! Wonder she was my least favorite.
Ow.
There's
bringing in the mothers.
There's something to be said here.
Just
Sweet Home Alabama. I'm just gonna say that much.
Why Sweet Home Alabama?
Nothing.
Wait, why?
Eric suddenly grew a dark
Explain.
face.
No,
the tendrils in his body glowing in a red misty aura. Something
ignore
snapped
me.
in
I
Eric's
am asking
emotions
you
and the
a
Demon Lord
question.
triggered it.
Don't worry. I'll send you to a place where you'll never have to see her
Mike, do you
again.
want to explain it?
I'm good. I'm gonna just...
Disappointment.
Oh, TCAM, you've been invited to play with me. If I stream the Seven Kingdoms again, I guess you're being invited by JPEL to join, which I'm kind of surprised.
Okay.
JPEL, wouldn't you just want to join yourself? Or do you not want a part of that for some reason?
I'm invited. Oh, wow, okay.
You're invited, apparently.
Oh, dang, okay.
I mean, you're more
I'm down for that.
Oh, okay, we could have, like, so many people in this. Wait, is Mike not invited? Mike didn't get
Dang, Mike is just not invited.
He didn't get a mention.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's text heavy, so we need readers. Okay, I will practice my reading skills.
I'll try to practice mine too. I don't know how much I'll improve.
I gotta like
so
stretch out my jaw and stuff like that.
Don't say that. Don't say that on the stream.
I have to like like really like work on my my gag reflexes here.
Oh my god.
I gotta keep myself lubricated.
Mike could be the butler? Okay, that doesn't sound so bad, I suppose.
You give us water to keep our throats lubricated.
Ah! Jesus.
Okay. There's a fight going on apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't focus on this fight for some reason. Eric and the Demon Lord, probably because it should have ended like 5 minutes ago. Eric and the Demon Lord then simultaneously rushed forward to each other, with the Demon Lord raising a sword high and Eric moving his tendrils to wrap around his blade. Eric and the Demon Lord went to a deadlock, with the Demon Lord trying to cut through the hold of his tendrils and out on his sword. Eric, however, formed more free tendrils and shot them up at the Demon Lord from below, causing his father to release the sword and jump back, now unarmed. Eric smirked as his tendrils snapped the sword in half with insane ease and tossed the two halves to the side to be forgotten. Moist. I watched in anxiousness, hoping this battle would end soon. So do I. Too late! It's way too late for that. It is 2 against 1. The Demon Lord wasn't going to win. I, however, kept my distance to make sure he wouldn't attack me instead. I had no energy to fight. Taking in what Eric had done to his weapon, the Demon Lord snarled.
I can beat you even without my sword. Remember who raised you, boy.
Did you really raise him, or were you just kind of around?
Beat it!
Beat it! No one's gonna be defeated.
Okay, Eric let
Show
out a
'em
large
how to fight.
bark
On his
of a
city
laugh.
night.
Now he's a furry,
It
and his
doesn't
tendrils
matter
sharpened into
who's
spikes
wrong or
once
right,
again.
Just beat it.
You're mistaken.
Just beat it.
My mother raised me.
Just beat it.
You were too busy doting
Just
on
beat
your
it.
favorite son to care about me or the others.
He was a mama's boy. He
was a
doesn't need his
mama's
sword
boy.
to beat
He said,
it.
See you later, boy.
The demon lord growled with his fists, and his fists became engulfed in red bolts of lightning.
I created
Very, very frightening.
Whoa, your very existence to me.
Sure,
hell of a
sir,
debate.
I
sure.
owe you nothing.
The demon lord only laughed before suddenly gasping from pain. I had barely seen what happened, but as I stared at the demon lord, I gasped at the sight. Protruding from the demon lord's chest was a spray of red spikes dripped with his blood. I could barely keep staring at it as he turned and looked at us in shock. I looked over to see Eric pointing at the wall behind the demon lord, where a collection of spikes jutted through a black void into the demon lord's back, effectively skewering him.
You never paid attention. You were blinded by pride, and that will be your downfall.
Do you think he gets the point now?
No! He's mine!
Okay. Stop! He's dead already! He's already dead! Eric quickly pulled back his tendrils from his father's body, causing the demon lord to fall forward from the pain and momentum. Diana, however, swooped at the demon lord and rammed her saber into his chest, a garbled gasp escaping his throat. Then I used my heel to impale his throat. He's dead! God, just leave him alone. He's dead already.
No, keep going. He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Without hesitation,
Beat
Diana
the
pulled her
castle
sword
in
out
his blood.
and stabbed him once again, driving her blade all the way through. Right to
Imagine
the
she just
hilt.
sliced him right in the head.
Oh, damn.
Like,
Snarling
imagine
in
she
his
just
face.
sliced him like
We're
completely
from
in
my
half.
parents.
And that's for me, motherfucker.
For my sister!
Oh, okay. I did the sister. How many? That's for my cousin. That's for my uncle.
This is for my aunt. This is for my second cousin. This for my
That's
this
for
for my
my
cousin twice
stepmother.
removed.
There's some shit red, but Dan doesn't care. Neither do I. Diana quickly straddled his waist. Whoa. Bringing up her saber and using her magic to shorten to a dagger in her hands above her head.
And for every life you took from this world!
And this one's for Tiny Tim.
Jesus.
That's a nice sound.
Lots of penetrating. And now in a good way.
Just let this play out for a bit.
Maddened, Diana began to violently slam and pepper stabs into the demon lord's chest. Eric rushed over and wrapped his arms around me, covering me
music.
from the sight, but he was unable to block the sound of Diana's sob-filled screams with each stab. I became a little frightened at
SOS.
Diana and with how she was releasing her anger. However, it was entirely justified. He had taken everything from her, and it caused worldwide chaos. It was only natural to demand revenge even after death. This was her last stand with him, and she had dominated his very corpse with her blade, uncaring of the lost spirit no longer within it. It went on for far too long, to the point where Eric had to let me go and walked forward, pulling Diana off of him. She began to flail, dropping her knife and letting it fade as it hit the ground into nothing.
Well, that was a miserable experience.
Oh my god.
No! Let go!
Diana!
Eric pulled Diana to her feet and gripped her shoulders, shaking her and glaring into her eyes.
Enough!
Diana's eyes were bloodshot, desperate to keep striking the dead body, but filled with emotion and broken inhibition. As she finally took in Eric's words, she shut her eyes and dropped to her knees, releasing a wave of sobs and cries. I walked over to Eric's side, pitying Diana. She must have seen so much
Pity
death.
the fool.
This was her solace and chance to let go. To know her family was gone because of him wrenched pain into my heart. But I knew that it was finally over. They were avenged, and so were the many people who died under his hand. The demon lord was dead at last. The witch is dead!
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch of the witch, the wicked witch. Mr. Try? Yeah, that's me. Oh, I'm so glad all these people we never met and saw have been avenged. I feel relieved now.
Yeah. I felt a weight lift off my heart and spirit, proving to me that the curse was broken, and that the chain that bound me to the abyssal plains was gone. I could go home. Okay, let's go home right now. Right now, before anything else happens. Let's just go right now. I hugged Eric's arm to me, finally letting out the sigh I was holding in relief of the situation. Eric smiled and kissed my... Okay.
I'm getting impatient, I guess.
Okay. Wow, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just talking to you so... Yeah, we can go home now.
Mike, you read. I want Mike to read now.
Oh, okay.
I'm demanding it, since he demanded it before.
Go ahead.
A wave of joy rushed through my body, happy to know that I was free to go home. I began to become overjoyed with the idea of returning, walking across the aisle and marrying Eric before returning to my normal life.
We're getting married in the abyssal plains? What?
We're gonna get married
Life
in Vegas.
the demon world was an adventure, but it was time to finish this and leave.
It was not an adventure. Do you know what it was?
What?
It was a highway. Cause life is a highway.
Oh.
I wanna ride it all night long.
Come on, Mike. Say, do on the highway to hell.
If you're going my way, I wanna ride it all night long.
Hell yeah.
I smiled to Eric before kneeling down and placing a hand on Diana's shoulder as she cried, causing her to look up at me.
There we go.
I could only smile at her, try to relieve some of the heartache and burden she was releasing.
Will it work?
It's over, Diana. We won.
A small breath of silence ran through the air before Diana wiped the tears from her eyes and nodded, still shaky from the experience.
Cause life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. Come on, J Pedal. You know you love it.
It's over.
Oh, Lord, Nano.
Mike wants to ride it all night long? Yeah, it's a good highway. Free love on the free love highway. How does that song go? I'm trying to remember that. Who has seen the British Office? Nanotrites. You must have seen it.
I watched all the American version of The Office, but that's
long. I'm getting hot love on the hot love highway. Going home cause my baby is gone. She's gone. Come on. Who's seen that? The Office is certainly something, yeah.
Yes, it is.
I'm talking about the British one, Mike. Not the Michael Scott one.
Oh, I know. One of my coworkers wanted me to watch it, and I was like, why? And he goes, because it's better. And I was like, okay. Say.
Okay.
It's really good.
Anyway.
It's short, too.
I nodded and gently helped Diana stand before taking Eric's hand and walking towards the entrance of the hall. Diana, however, turned back to look at the Demon Lord's body, stopping us in our tracks.
Was this all worth it?
Probably not.
I lost my family because of him. There was so much bloodshed.
And now I've lost myself. What have I become?
Diana tightened a fist at her side, gritting her teeth and shutting her eyes.
Do you know what happens when you make a fist, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I just think of the Arthur meme.
Oh.
Okay, do you mean the scientific thing of what happens, or are you just meaning the metaphorical?
I guess the metaphorical, if that's the word for it.
Reference point.
If you clench your hand into a fist, that means that you're showing anger.
Dominance.
A lot of time in dominance.
Dominance. Whoa, we jumped right to the whole
Dominance.
dominant side of it. Shit, man.
I mean, when you're clenching your fist, it's showing that you have the strength to punch someone in the face flat straight.
And it usually means you won't hesitate to do it.
I won't
Okay,
hesitate,
I'm not going
bitch.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my family. My sister.
I felt another wave of empathy run through my body at her words. She wasn't really alone, though. She had Serio. He
Serio?
was truly everything she had left in the world, and he was more than willing to walk through it with her. And, you know, go through the bedroom seas.
Oh my god.
It was all right.
He's gonna bathe her and
So,
come later.
I reached out to take her shoulder. Diana looked over, seeing the comfort in my eyes despite her broken gaze.
Yeah, you're squashing the M&M because they melt in your hands, not your mouth. They always do.
Before I could speak, however, a familiar purple light glowed from the demon lord's body, catching our eyes and causing us all to look over in shock. What was happening?
What the?
Before our eyes, a faint purple orb slowly appeared and bobbed up and down in the air, looking to us. The orb that had haunted me and was expelled from me floated over the dead body of the demon lord, as if it had been there the entire time.
Ew.
You son of a bitch. The orb moved in a circle above the demon lord's body, letting the faint trace trail behind it, temporarily drawing a circle in the air. As it returned to its spot, it released a pulse of light. The light slowly drifted towards Diana, impacting her chest and making her glow a bit before the light faded away. Confused, Diana stared at the spirit, trying to figure out what it had done to her. Was it an attack? Or what that? Slowly, Diana became wide-eyed at its familiarity. With a shaky hand, Diana reached out towards the orb and touched Faith, lost emotion in her eyes as she kept her sights on the spirit.
Orabelle.
Her name is Orb.
Yeah.
Wow. It runs in the family. Well said, J-Bell. I stared at Dan in shock. It had a name? How did Diana know the spirit at all? It was like she was grasping at straws or orbs. How could Diana have known who it was? The orb floated towards it, or forward, stopping in front of the demon lord's corpse as Diana took a step towards it.
Hi, Azair.
I was wrong. Diana hit the nail on the head with its name and seemed to be acquainted with it. Diana took a couple more steps forward before dropping to her knees in the middle of the hall. I watched as tears began to stream down her face and her body began to quake. The orb slowly floated over Diana and hovered just within reach of her. Diana's hands shakily lifted up past her chest and over her mouth.
Orabelle.
It's okay. It's okay, big sister.
What?
Yeah, that was
Nani?
her unborn baby sister that was killed.
Yeah.
And trying to take over us?
Yep.
But big sister?
Nani?
Diana was her?
Nani?
Diana suddenly let out a tearful gasp before reaching forward and taking the orb into her arms. Somehow, pulling the orb into a tight embrace, the orb seemed to shimmer in the hug it was in, but didn't seem to react in any other way. Diana, however, became a weeping mess, crying and shaking while holding Orabelle close.
Orabelle! Orabelle!
Now she's just an orb. I couldn't believe it. The spirit was Orabelle,
Orabelle the orb.
Diana's sister. What kind of coincidence was this? How did Diana not know herself? How did Orabelle not tell me? It obviously knew Diana just from how they were embracing. With the sight of Diana and mournful tears gripped to my heart, Diana lost her sister and suddenly was able to speak to her once more, even after Orabelle's death. It was as if fate itself wanted to apologize for taking her family away. I almost became a crying mess myself. It was a very tearful reunion after a dramatic battle. I didn't know how to feel in this situation we were in. Diana didn't seem to care as she continued to cry and hold Orabelle. Eric wrapped his arm around me, comforting me as I wiped my eyes and tried to avoid weeping. Diana, however, didn't seem to care about the tears running down her face.
This is the first time I've heard you cry, sister.
I'm sorry. I tried to save you, but
It's okay. The demon lord did this to me.
suddenly made sense. Orabelle was an unborn baby, so it wouldn't have known its name. What the fuck? The Demon Lord was the one who killed her, so the puzzle pieces were connecting perfectly. Okay. Orabelle then phased out of Diana's hands, making the demoness gasp and look up at the orb.
Demoness?
Orabelle,
What?
however,
Demoness?
floated...
Wait.
Why is that?
Demoness?
What's wrong?
Where did that phrase come from? Where did that word?
It's right here. It's literally right
but
here.
I don't think they've ever. Wait, I don't remember demoness ever being used.
Isn't that the word for it?
What? Yeah, I mean, like.
Why is this the most concerning thing about this?
No, this is the first time I've ever seen like demoness being used. Like, it's usually just demon and demons.
The
Demon
demonic
is a very,
bitch
like,
gasped and looked
gender-
up at the Orabelle, or the Orabelle. However, floated in place in front of Diana as she continued to speak. There we go.
Demon Lord
I fixed it.
made me find the human.
What?
Yeah, what?
What?
Orabelle was working for the Demon Lord! She helped the imps bring me to the demon world?
You
what?
bitch.
You were the human all along. Why not just tell me? Why?
He made me. But now I have nowhere to go.
Orabelle.
Something in the air didn't seem right. Something about Orabelle became off, and I couldn't place my finger on it. Probably because it's a non-corporeal orb. The more I stared, the more concerned I became, and the heavier the nervousness in my gut grew. That was just indigestion.
Isaiah, I love you so much. But
I'm just not that into you.
I'ma kill you.
The air seemed to freeze, and the room became still, as Orabelle floated back towards the body of the Demon Lord. As Orabelle stopped, she began to glow a dark red and purple color.
I can't forgive you.
I am now going to become the Demon Lord. All at once, the orb flashed and vanished in the air, only a misty gas present in the air. We looked around, trying to pin down where she had gone. As the Demon Lord's hand suddenly lifted up and slammed to the ground, we shot our heads back at his corpse, seeing it begin to animate.
Anime time.
The Demon Lord slammed his other hand to the ground and began to push himself up, curling his shoulders over and using whatever strength he had and getting it onto his knees and eventually his feet.
What?
The Demon Lord's body stood up and steadied itself on the ground on its 2 feet, heavy and void of life. What was happening? How could this be? We all thought a giant fight was about to begin, but instead just broke out into dance, performing Thriller.
Cause it's a thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from this fucking Demon Lord corpse.
As the Demon Lord's head lifted up to look at Diana, I gasped. His eyes were glossed over in a dark purple, almost black color. Blood continued to pour from the wounds of his body, because he was stabbed like a million freaking times, but the body continued to move
Because
as
he
if
killed
it
like a
had
million
small breath
people,
of life.
obviously.
His mouth dropped and began to mold itself into forming words, dead and echoey, with Orabelle's voice seeping through it.
You let him kill me. You let him kill mother and father.
Orabelle.
You let the human live and let us die. I can never forgive you.
Okay.
Dang.
The voice of the Demon Lord and Orabelle seemed to fuse in dissonant harmony. As the body slowly began to march towards the unmoving Diana, my mind screamed for her to move and run, but Diana didn't seem to be immobile at the oncoming threat.
Danger.
Diana, move!
Move, bitch!
Move!
Get out
bitch.
the way!
Get out the way! Get out
Get
the
out
way,
the way, bitch! Get out the way!
way!
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Yeah. Mike didn't join in. Very, very disappointed.
Sorry.
She remained in place, shocked and frozen at what her sister had said and done. I could barely make out her hair and body shuddering in natural fear, but she wouldn't move at all. I think we should definitely just call out again.
Grab her. No, grab her. No,
Clearly
grab her, because she can definitely die. There is no way I was gonna let Orabelle hurt her sister or not. I rushed forward and grabbed Diana by the horns, pulling her back as far. Why did she grab her by the horn?
It works.
We're horny.
when you so they explain
The
like this
bell
when you
didn't
grab
ring.
a demon by the horns, it makes them like instantly horny. It's like a G spot essentially for them.
God damn it.
Yeah, and it gripped onto my hands, digging her nails into my skin, but I didn't care. I needed to bring her away from the incoming enemy. As I dragged her back, Orbo watched, unamused by my intrusion. I could only glare back, despite Diana flailing in my hands. I guess Diana's just a weak person. Help me just get her. She wouldn't take her away. I wouldn't let her. Finally released Diana's horns and stepped forward, placing myself between the two sisters. I won't let you hurt her. Here, Mike, go take over.
You hurt me.
Sorry, Mike.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm getting impatient. Sorry.
Oribel
Wow.
loomed towards us, filling me with dread. The stench of the Demon Lord's corpse became unbearable.
Yeah,
Despite not
smelly.
being dead long, I still had no energy to
Shit
fight.
himself.
The realization making me step back from the undead Demon Lord.
Smell like shit, Demon Lord.
You hurt me. Hurt me. Now I'll hurt you.
Okay.
Oribel picked up the Demon Lord's broken blade parts and slammed them together, fusing them back into one sword with her energy. How was that possible? She was a spirit!
I don't know. Every fucking crazy shit has happened so far. Why couldn't that happen?
Oribel then started to charge at us, raising the sword barely over Eric's and my head.
Oh!
I prepared to defend, but was blocked by the back of Eric's head and a wave of ethereal tendrils. All at once, the tendrils grabbed hold of the sword and forced it away.
Your head's too big, Eric.
Around Eric's body was a deep aura of red and purple mist, swirling in the air and wrapping around his summoned tendrils. As he stepped forward, Oribel surprisingly stepped back.
I won't let you hurt the one I love.
With a snarl, Oribel lunged at Eric, trying to wrap her arms around him, but was pushed away by Eric's tendrils. Oribel and Eric charged at one another, Oribel gripping at Eric's outstretched tendrils, and began to push at each other. The wounds on the Demon Lord's body began to open and bleed further, causing it to quake as it pushed against Eric's strength.
You won't last long in that body. Give up.
Shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up!
With her screams, Oribel knocked away the tendrils before her and managed to get close to Eric, but not without impaling herself on traps Eric placed around him, which caused Spike to shoot up and into the rotten body of the Demon Lord. Disgusted at the
Ew.
sight and smell, Eric used his tendril to shove Oribel off of him and towards the opposite end of the room, where Oribel slid and rolled against the marble, painting it red and black with blood. Quickly, Oribel jumped back up and began to howl and scream, her cries filling the room and making it quake violently.
Yeah.
I held my head, trying to block out the sound, but her cries began to fill my head with dissonant pain. Eric, in defiance, sprayed a volley of spikes at her. All landed on target.
Good aim.
The spikes remained in the corpse, but Oribel continued to move, desperate to fight back with everything she had. What was wrong with her? How was she able to keep going? Were spirits really that powerful? Yes, vengeful spirits are.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I quickly grabbed Diana, pulling her up to her feet, and ran to the corner of the room, needing to be in the room still to help Eric, but desperate to keep Oribel away from Diana.
Oribel!
Oribel.
Diana began to flail and fight back, but I dug my nails into Diana's sides, forcing her back with gritted teeth. Punch her in the face!
Diana, move!
Before I knock your ass out! As Diana's back hit the corner of the room, I could hear Eric release a grunt of pain, causing me to look over my shoulder to see what had happened. Eric, having knocked away a slash from Oribel's sword, unfortunately couldn't block a fist from sending Eric flying at the wall. Eric's body slammed into the stone and he fell onto the ground, gasping for air and curled over himself from the pain.
Eric!
Eric, no!
I instantly rushed over and knelt at Eric's side, wrapping an arm over him as he slowly began to rise back up.
I'm fine, princess.
Sure you are. I shook my head and looked at
As you
Orabelle,
wish.
seeing her slowly make her way towards us. I was certain that the body she was using was drained of any blood, yet she managed to keep it moving with her own energy. Like a fucking demon. It was morbidly disgusting to see,
That's
but I was forced to bear witness as it came closer to where we were.
What are we gonna do?
we will die.
Eric and I looked to each other, desperate to find an answer in each other's eyes. However, one finally appeared in my mind. Let's have sex right here. According to Diana, when I had Orabelle within me, I was overflowing with energy. If I was still standing, then I still had some left. It wasn't enough for me to fight, but there was enough to give to Eric to possibly help him. I suddenly grabbed Eric's face and kissed him, willing my energy into his body. Eric, despite naturally accepting it, stared wide-eyed at me in surprise. I didn't want to pass out, so I pulled away when I began to feel lightheaded. I hoped and prayed that it was enough energy to end this fight, so I smiled at Eric, nodding to him.
Yeah, battlefield sex is apparently the only way to go, J-Pedal. I guess you're right.
Finish this so we can go home.
I quickly collapsed onto my hands, panting for air. The room began to spin, but I had to shake it off. I had to see this through. Eric gazed at me before nodding and turning to Orabelle, who was halfway across the room now. Slowly, Eric rose to his feet and summoned his mob of tendrils, each dancing and waving like angry snakes in the air.
You've been in my way for long enough, spirit.
Time to open a can of whoop-ass. Walking forward, Eric lashed out his tendrils at Orabelle, whipping and snapping at the body she was possessing and forcing it back, despite her attempts to block and force them away. Every so often, a spike would fly from Eric's ring of tendrils, piercing into Orabelle like a skewer. As Eric passed the Demon Lord's sword, he reached down and picked it up. Surprisingly with ease, I could barely stand, gripping onto the wall as I watched Eric lift the sword to his side.
You possessed my wife, brought her to this world, and dared to attack her? All because of what my father did to you. Pitiful.
Bitch.
Damn, Eric.
Orabelle let out a threatening and frightening shout, lurching forward to try and tackle Eric, but was pushed away by the Demon Lord's blade and Eric's tendrils, causing her to knock into and collapse one of the nearby pillars. Orabelle slowly rose, pushing the debris off of her, or glaring hard at Eric. Eric glared back in kind before raising his father's blade up into his side, preparing to charge forward with it to plunge into her.
I will send you to purgatory and free you from your suffering.
Do it.
With one last cry, Eric ran and thrust the Demon Lord's sword forward into Orabelle, causing her to cry out. Impressive.
Dead.
Do you want to hear that again?
Of course we do.
Here, one more time for the real.
Miserable experience.
The room began to vibrate and quake, causing me to cover my head. However, Eric released the hilt of the sword and rushed back to me. A bright light filled the room, blinding Eric and I. Eric gripped onto me, trying to cover my body with his, but the white color of the flash invaded my vision. Silence slowly consumed the air as my world became blank, like a canvas.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Well, this is.
I looked up at last to see the spirit orb bobbing up and down in the air.
You saved me! Thank you! You freed me at last!
Oh.
The fuck you talking about?
We fixed her. We just had to kill her.
Yeah. Orabelle.
Orabelle.
The orb spun around. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. The orb spun around itself once, releasing a small giggle. It seemed overjoyed, despite what had just happened. earlier when we killed her pretty violently again.
She likes
Has
being
Orville been under some sort of corruption?
She's a fucking pain in the ass, at least.
I can finally go home.
Just like children.
Orville.
Where's home? You're a fucking unborn child spirit thing, or whatever. I don't even fucking know.
I turned my head to see Diana slowly walking forward to be by my side, staring at the orb in both sadness and relief. Orville flitted over to hover in front of Diana, a soft line of sadness in her own voice.
I'm sorry, big sister.
It's all right. You're free now.
Oh.
Diana put her arms around Orville, laying her cheek softly on the orb as it flickered a warm glow. The air was calm, and the love between Diana and Orville seemed to hum with the orb's light.
Fight that child still just cause.
To be fair, Onyx, I don't even really know what's going on still. I don't know. I probably just... Mike, does this make sense to you? What percentage of sense does this make to you? If you had to put a percentage on it.
Gosh,
It makes sense to me, 100%.
no. I would say like 40.
No, or T-Cam. Like, it probably does make sense to you because you, like, have played this before.
So I do know the context and stuff.
You know a lot of the context around it.
I do know. I know. I understand.
I do like the smile that Diana has, though.
It's very sweet.
So
Very
this
sweet
fucking
smile.
thing was never born? She never had
she died.
Before being born.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking little sister has so much fucking personality and spirit for something that never fucking was born.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I mean, you develop a personality real quick after you're murdered.
Yes, you do. You're
Yep.
However, Diana was still alive,
Fetus
and I could
spirit.
tell that this was her final goodbye
Feels
to the
like
sister
Kojima
she
game.
never got to meet. It was heartwarming, as well as bittersweet, but Diana deserved proper closure with the sister she grew to love. So to explain a little bit more, Orville did know she did. Okay, so with demon babies in particular, during a pregnancy, they can communicate while in the womb. They have a conscience. They consciously are aware of what's happening. they know.
My personality is how I died. Murder. Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
No, but like in all seriousness, so I remember not Diana, her voice actor Michaela explaining that like demon babies do have a personality and stuff when they're in the womb. If you're able to read minds like Damien, you can hear her like thoughts and stuff like that. Apparently, because apparently they're conscious while in the womb.
I
which
guess
is
so.
weird.
It just seems so convoluted.
It's
like, why not
that
just
bit
have a
convoluted.
normal fucking sister that died and like the spirit? I don't know. It doesn't
It's
really
more
matter
tragic
either
to
way.
have- it's more tragic to have like like the description of like her mother was killed when she was pregnant.
I guess, but at the same time, like, it would feel like if it was an actual sister she like had known for years, rather than just being like a pregnancy, it'd be like, oh, she was a lot closer to her. Like, I don't know.
There's also sadness in like losing someone you're never gonna be able to know. Like,
Oh no, yeah,
I lost my
there's
dad.
like if
I
you
lost my
lose
dad, I was
a,
like,
if there's like a miscarriage, like obviously it's a sad thing, but like
it's more so like
it
missing
feels
out on
weird for the
future.
story. I'm just like, I don't know.
It's more so like missing out on the future you never thought you.
It seems like making something so unnecessarily complicated for. I don't know.
I mean, I
just
get
don't
it. I get it. It's more so like it's not like losing someone like you loved, like that you knew very well. It's more so like missing a person you're never gonna be able to know fully. Like I lost my dad, right? Like
Yeah.
I was a baby when he died. And I don't necessarily miss him, but I do miss the idea of being able to know him
Yeah.
and like getting to have my father around. It's a path that was missed for me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a sad thing that she's not gonna be able to ever know her sister.
Yeah. I think we can clear this up a different way. I just hate babies. It's been confirmed.
Okay.
Thank you, J Pedal.
However, Diana was so okay. Diana deserved proper closure with the sister she grew to love.
Tell Mother and Father that I'm all right, okay?
I will.
I just think it's funny her name's Orabelle.
Yeah, it's kind of
Was that her name before she died too? Like they
yeah,
decided?
yeah, it was her name.
That was really unfortunate. That was like tempting fate. Is she an Orb because she never had a body? I guess. Or is she an Orb because her name is Orabelle? It's like a self-fulfilling
Her name was
prophecy.
I don't know why orbs are okay. Okay. Try. You never played the first game, but like
I did
only
play
met
the first game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like the fully?
I did like probably one route of it. I was not gonna play the whole fucking game, no.
So if the mothers, if you ever
What?
It's gonna be funny to say this.
Okay.
So James, Eric, Matthew, and Sam, their mothers were turned into orbs because they were annoying the demon lord so much. So if you saw them on screen, they were orbs.
Okay, so it's just a recurring thing.
The only parent that wasn't turned into orb was Damien's mother.
She became a square.
No, she was just his victim.
No, a
that
cube.
day.
Oh, you're right. It has to be 3D.
Also, we don't actually get to see her, like see her face. She was covered in a hood.
Honestly, I was gonna say the spirit orbs are more annoying than actually having physical form, because this thing was able to haunt us like nothing else throughout this entire game.
I still find it funny how they were turned to orbs.
Diana and I suddenly looked into the circle, into the light around us, and hearing a man's voice. Orabelle spun around in a circle, letting out a happy gasp.
Father? Father!
Let's just be grateful she didn't say daddy. Orabelle quickly left Diana's arms and began to fly into the bright light, but stopped and spoke once more.
Take care of the world, okay? You're everyone's mother now, sister.
What? You're everyone's mother? I am not your mommy. What is this?
Sorry, mommy. Sorry, mommy. Sorry.
That's a big fucking task you're putting her up to. You have to be everyone's mother?
Yes.
Fuck, that's a lot of responsibility. Diana grinned and chuckled a bit, stray tears falling down the sides of her face.
I'll do my best.
Bye-bye, human!
I don't even like you. Oh, now we like you, I guess. Okay. We've suddenly bonded.
I don't even like you. I need that quoted so bad.
We don't like you. You were in my body without my permission.
Get out of my body.
You possessed me. You possessed me.
I couldn't help waving as the orb finally faded away into the light. As the world returned me to the great hall, I found myself still wrapped in Eric's arms. I looked up to see him staring down at me in worry, like I had passed out.
Eric?
Love, are you alright?
No, I'm not okay.
Do you see this fucked up shit that just happened, dude?
Like, what the heck are you asking me, Eric?
Shit.
I just saw like so much murder today.
Decades of therapy to recover from this, if ever.
Even then, I don't think therapy's gonna help me recover from witnessing murder. No, I'm kidding.
I nodded. I was all right now. The battle was over, and I was free to return home. Great
It's not just murder.
sacrifices
It's
were
also
made.
demons.
But
I mean,
it was
forced
all
into a different
over
world.
now.
On my wedding day.
I was going home.
Oosh.
Diana, who had been sitting in the corner of the room, braced her knees to her chest, taking in what had happened as well. I was positive that she was truly there with me to say goodbye to Orabelle, so she had to recuperate.
Sarah.
Fuck me now. At her voice, a soft flash of light pulsed in front of her before bringing Sarah out of the breath.
My lady!
Alright, have fun with that, guys. Despite being out of breath, Sarah quickly dropped to his knees and wrapped his arms around Diana. Damn, they're just gonna go at it.
I was on my way to tell you! We've won! We forced the enemy to dissolve and surrender and...
We're the ones that killed the fucking demon lord, asshole. Yeah, we know we won.
Shut up.
Idiot. Seru flinched before Dana wrapped her arms around his chest and pulled him tightly against her.
Just hold me.
Mm-hmm. Seru stared down at Dana before nodding and embracing her, resting his head against hers comfortingly. I could barely hear soft sobbing from her, but I was glad to know that Seru was there for her. I looked up at Eric and smiled for kissing him, relishing in the victory of the rebellion and the release of my curse. I'm finally going home, but I just said that 5 seconds ago and I wasn't home. Oh,
we said
the
like
music
several times
cuts
now.
out so quickly.
It was over. The war was finally over.
Good job, J Petal.
Good job.
Believe that actually worked.
As the smoke cleared, we were victorious.
What clip
The
did you even
soldiers
make?
left standing. The soldiers left standing were the ones who could cheer in victory. The sky became littered with the howls and cries of joy and happy. Sorry, the cries of joyful and happy. But what? Oh. Well, we're going fucking home. Why are you questioning this? We are going back to the human world
Like, talked
right
about home
fucking
15
now.
times now. When are we actually gonna go home?
Yeah, Dorothy. As I said, you want to go home, Click your ruby red slippers right now and head back home.
Get the fuck out of our world.
Get the fuck out of here. Click the heels of your shoes right now, Dorothy.
And fuck off.
3 times. And say no. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Home was not possible. We could go back home. We can go back to the human world, and we could live our lives as we wanted it. It was something I desperately wanted, and yet my body was not ready to. Are you kidding me? Not ready to make the
Oh
journey
my god,
yet.
dude, go fucking home already. Oh
Yeah,
my
we're gonna
God.
get married in the astral
Click
planes.
the
now.
heels,
We
damn it.
can.
Click your heels. We had to celebrate this. We don't have to. We could just leave. That's our success.
Self-voicing enabled. We had to celebrate the success of the war. After all, self-voicing disabled.
Sorry.
After all,
This is a nightmare. Why won't this game just end?
it was the film. We're near the end. Don't worry. Calm your tits, sir. As the full moon rose over Lilith Castle toward the dawn, the entirety of the demon world celebrated with endless drink and food, laughter and dancing. It was so unreal, but the courtyard that I could see was filled with smiles and happy faces.
What was what? What was no tits? Huh? You mean the voicing?
Self-voicing enabled. As the full moon rose over Lilith Castle
I
towards
just
the
read
dawn,
that.
the entirety of the demon world
Oh, Jay
celebrated
Press.
with endless drink and food, laughter, and dancing. It was so unreal, but the courtyard that
Have
I
you
could
ever
see
wanted
was
all your
filled with
visual novels
smiles and
narrated by
happy
Stephen
faces.
Hawking? Well, now you can do it anytime you want.
We
Well,
had
it's not
stayed
exactly
for one
Stephen
more
Hawking.
night,
It's close
traveling
enough,
back
it's a
to
joke.
Lilith Castle to rest and return home as healthy as we could be. After all, we had just gone through a war.
God, I hate
Self-voicing
this.
disabled.
There you go. I'll let you do it for real if you want.
Alright.
Oh,
We
Mike's
had
taking over.
stayed for one more night.
No,
traveling
wait,
back to
Mike,
Lilith Castle.
Mike. Do it in the robot voice.
Mike Robot.
We had stayed for one more night, traveling back to Lilith Castle to rest and return home as healthy as we could be. After all, we had just gone through a war.
I love it's just Mike's normal voice. He took a second to prepare and he just did the same exact voice he used. That was fucking funny.
I tried.
You did your best. I heard it. I heard
Mike,
it.
you
did
just
your
have
best.
you just
I am
have
proud.
too much
I'll
soul.
I'll give you a pat on the back.
You can't be a soulless robot. All right, that was funny.
One
One
more
more
night.
Oh,
in the demon
don't fight
world.
now.
Wasn't gonna hurt us.
Yes, it will. Greatly so.
It hurts me.
But the majority of the rebellion danced in the courtyard. I remained with the incubi and the rebel leaders, who were all in the royal hall having their own celebration.
Drinks were shared and battle stories were exchanged, making some laugh and others roll their eyes. I found myself intrigued at the stories Sergeant told about the front line. There you go. That's mine.
I looked to
Go on, Ewan.
Diana. However, she simply kept quiet with a small smile on her face. She looked at the incubi and the rebel leaders in silence before walking away from the little party we had.
I wish I could train Axolotl to read the fucking voice lines of the game. There's only some way to feed it into the...
Hanananam. Hananam. Your turn, Mike.
As if she knew I was staring at her, Diana looked over at me and slightly gestured with her head to follow her.
Gestured, Mike.
Getting late tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Follow her.
Go
Follow
for
her.
it.
Follow her.
Follow her.
Follow her. Follow her. Follow her right now.
Anywhere you go,
I'll
Where
follow
you down.
Where you lead, I will follow. Anywhere
Follow you
where you
down,
tell
but
me
not
to.
that far.
I followed, curious as to where she was going. I made sure to remain quiet as I separated from the rest of the group and followed her out of the room into the hall. The entire journey, Diana didn't speak a word. Even Serio didn't follow her.
Just Sarah.
I don't care.
Mike, say it right or pay the price.
You're putting more work for yourself than you need to.
Most likely being told that she wanted to speak to me alone.
It's gonna kill us.
Diana led me through the castle, up a couple sets of stairs, into what looked to be a royal bedroom with a balcony. Was this a guest room? It was untouched, and I could smell the very faint scent of dust. Why did she bring me here?
Christ.
Diana stepped into the room using her magic to ignite the candelabras and air out the room by opening the balcony window. Before I could ask, however, Diana finally spoke up.
I have to thank you, dear.
For what?
For aiding us in this war. We've been fighting the Demon Lord for so long. We thought the war would never end.
Well,
As
rather
terrible
abruptly.
as the circumstance was, if you hadn't been summoned here, we probably would have still been fighting now.
Sure about that?
Well, it seems like they weren't accomplishing jack and shit this whole time.
It took like 10. They were in a war for 10 years, man.
We show up and it's over in a week.
Yeah. Fucking. I guess we're awesome.
Diana walked to the balcony and leaned against the railing, staring into the dark night sky. The light from the room illuminated her form as she gazed at the stars. Despite the situation around us, the air seemed calm, the faint echo of the celebrations whispering throughout the night. I walked over and stood beside her, leaning against the balcony, and looked at Diana as she smiled and let out a chuckle.
To be very honest, I didn't expect to ever see you again. After I took your energy that night, I vowed to never deal with humans again. No clairvoyance could have told me about you coming into play in this war.
So it was the last time I ever fuck with the human.
I wasn't exactly counting on coming here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure
Middle.
to see you.
I still don't want to be. Okay, what should we vote
Mike
for,
wants
y'all?
middle. He was very quick about that.
Yes.
At least I got to help bring peace here.
That's my choice.
My choice would be, it was good to see you again, though.
There will be peace in our
Even though-
time, as they say.
There will be peace in our time.
This too shall pass.
Works 100% of the time. 17% of the time. I'm letting chat decide if they want. If any of you want to partake in this, let me know. I don't know what this affects exactly.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Go for one.
I'd go for 1.
I'm assuming that's a nice option.
I guess so. To be fair, I don't often go for that option just because Diana Diana in the first game was kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember her being a bitch, but she was kind of a bitch.
She kind of was. Let's be real.
She was kind of bitchy. I mean, it's understandable why, but like the way she was going about things, just it was very like counterproductive as to what she was trying to do. I feel.
Yeah, it looks like option one is the winner.
Diana stared wide at me. That was a small form of a blush on her cheeks.
Like
what? It was true. I was able to see another side of her, one that wasn't cruel or ruthless towards me. I guess it was the real her, and I was happy to find out that she wasn't a troubled person after all.
When you were in the human world, I never imagined you to be a nice person. You were kind of a bitch, actually. You were like really awful towards. Actually, you like hurt me several times. Like I wanted to kill you like so many times. Like after you left, I had all these threats ready in my. Okay, you did everything you could to mess with me and try to coerce the boys to return. So since I came, I know who you really are now.
Okay, I was getting lost in that line there.
Sorry.
I was so confused. I'm like, oh my god. My brain's already addled from this game.
You have a good heart, Diana. And I'm glad to know that now. Even if it was really hard to get there. Like, it was actually really hard to know that you're a nice person because you were such a bitch when we first met. You kept trying to kill me, and you kept kissing me without my consent.
Diana stared for a while before smiling softly, her eyes slightly glossing over in a sense of appreciation. She almost looked like a little girl for half of a second, her face so full of innocence.
And you do as well, my friend.
We're friends now?
We're besties. What are you talking about? She loves us.
I guess she's our best friend now.
Kind of fucking saved her ass. Diana turned her body to me and held her hand out towards me. I smiled back, and I took her hand, gently shaking it before pulling her to me, surprising her. Didn't think I had that much strength, did you?
To be fair, we did. There were several times where we dragged her away. Like if we chose the violent options, we beat the shit out of her. We beat the shit out of her.
Maybe we should have done that. I wanted to hug her, so I did.
I don't think she appreciates that.
I wrapped my arms around her body and felt her very slowly relax into my embrace. Oh. With a small breath and what I seemed to be a purr. Hey now. Diana wrapped her arms around me and hugged me back. Never would I have imagined embracing Diana and seeing her not as an enemy, but as a friend. Maybe more than friends. It was mind-boggling, but I was glad to know that real Diana now. Diana and I pulled away from each other and smiled before she stepped back to her original spot.
I had almost forgotten.
I tilted my head at her. What was she talking about? Diana lifted one of her hands towards the sky and waved her hand through the air, making a soft purple mist glow around her fingers. Within seconds, the mist morphed and formed itself into a lavender-colored lily. Resting peacefully between Diana's fingers, she brought it down and presented it to me with a kind gaze.
A gift, my dear.
A gift?
I slowly took the flower out of Diana's hands and inspected it visually. It was light, but I could feel a soft glow of magic emanating from the stem and petals. The bloom reminded me of a human world lily, but something about it seemed otherworldly.
A flower known only to demons of Lilith. We call it the flower of Lilith.
How creative.
The flowers were said to have been created when Lilith first appeared in the abyssal plains.
I stared at Diana, not understanding why she was giving me such a gift. She chuckled at my confusion and leaned against the railing, continuing her explanation.
It is also a flower we succubi use when we marry.
I guess we're succubus?
We're marrying?
We're getting married to Eric. Remember, we're marrying Aang.
Did she just jump in and like fucking snipe us from him?
Mr.
What the fuck happened here?
It's Mr. Stelia.
Did we get taken?
She's trying to give us an engagement gift.
She wants to steal us. Whoa.
I doubt she wants us like that.
That's what it sounds like.
Us? I mean, sorry, use? What do you mean?
Nice sound. Diana chuckled again before she gently took the flower from my hands and tucked it behind my ear. As it settled into my ear, I felt a mist circle in my head and form into a flower crown of lavender lilies. The way Diana looked at me and made me feel like I was in my bridal wear already.
A human you may be, but Lilith would have been proud to see you marrying one of her own. These flowers represent her blessing, and may only crown the worthy.
Oh, okay. I felt the blush run across my cheeks. This was a blessing? I slowly reached up and ran my fingers along the flower crown adorning my head, feeling the soft petals against my fingertips. They were almost pulsing with energy.
Something else will be pulsing later tonight. With energy.
I felt both flattered and honored that a simple flower felt that I was worthy enough to crown my head. Diana let out a sigh and looked back to the sky, making me do the same. One would have expected the sky to be full of smoke or smell of a war's aftermath, but the sky was clear and fresh. Air drifted through my nose as I inhaled. But I did not inhale, because that would be wrong. It was indeed another world, and tonight was my last night in it.
Well, you did it! Congratulations! You've made it to the end of your story. I have to say, I am very surprised at how it turned out.
Okay.
Now that was easy.
What happened here? That was a sudden ending.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I'm glad things worked out in the end, whether it was for the better or otherwise. I mean, who would have thought that Diana's own sister was the one that brought you to the demon world? It's a small universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
However, your love came through in the end. With your strength, Eric was finally able to defeat Orabelle and send her to the afterlife, where she belonged.
Wow, Eric, so impressive. You put a...
Anyways,
you killed a child.
Through a lot, so why don't we skip to...
The boinking.
Huh? You want to know what happened after the war? Well, I mean, I guess I could tell you.
Everyone died.
After the war was finished, the entire rebellion celebrated. Word spread far and wide about the rebellion's success, and soon every kingdom in the abyssal plains had become united with the new authority.
Oh god, no, don't say that. We have to play it 20 more times to see the actual ending. No.
You would think demons would be more hostile towards each other, being demons and all, but the threat of the Demon Lord was what brought the entire world together. The entire world united under one banner, the Lilith Crest. Diana became the sovereign of the entire plane, accepted and loved by practically everyone because of her devotion to the world and her bravery in the war.
The bestest, bravest girl
Sarah,
ever.
as devoted as ever, remained by her side as her loyal bodyguard.
And boy toy.
Diana became one of the most beloved
Every
rulers
night.
in all of Demon World history. Her natural heart of gold led her to lead the world to a prosperous future, one filled with peace and happiness.
Wait, what happened to that plot to murder her? Did that get resolved?
It wasn't successful.
Did we actually see that? Or was I not paying attention? I probably wasn't.
No, they were planning on trying to kill her, but I think they ended up failing.
Did it happen off screen? Like, because I remember it did?
I think so.
What the
they were discussing the merits of like assassinating her. I think they decided not to, but like I'm pretty sure like they did try, but they failed. Cause guess what? Sarah was her bodyguard.
I guess that was a very interesting plot point. I guess that didn't go anywhere.
The other rebel leaders supported her, eventually changing the caste system of the world and slowly working their way towards a plane as equal and peaceful as it could be. Diana had her suspicions, of course, as any monarch would, but if they had any sort of bad thoughts about her before, they certainly didn't during the recreation of the world.
Okay.
And I believe that is everything that happened after, well, except for your story, anyway.
This is my story.
Eric and you returned home, and since everything was taken care of before he found you, you got ready for the actual wedding. Huh? How do I know? Well, I have my ways. Maybe you should check it out.
There's the wedding episode.
What is going on here?
Is it supposed to? Ow. Try.
What?
That's so loud.
Okay, I guess we had to keep clicking. Now that I was unhindered by a spirit I couldn't control, I was able to finally move on and say yes to Eric with every ounce of my heart in our wedding vows. My entire being became light as I watched his expression melt into endless joy as my vows to him. Our kiss was as magical as a fairy tale prince and princess kiss, glowing in positive and hopeful energy as if you watched cheering congratulations. And he's like, I thought that was actually in the game for a hot second. I was like, wondering what's supposed to be going on there. I could go on and on about the wedding and the honeymoon, but honestly, after the war, I was more concerned of living my life afterwards. I'm not doing this justice. Oh, there's music. Okay, now there's fucking music. Was there music before, just quiet?
You have your background music.
I do.
Turned down, man.
I'll turn it up for the ending. How do I get? Oh, that's right. No, wait, where's it? Actually, I don't need to turn the music. You're inside. Our lives escalated to new heights after we officially became husband and wife. Eric started a chain of suit shops. What? I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't see that. What? All right. Eric started a chain of suit shops and had become a very powerful man in the fashion business industry. It was rather hilarious to see him square up James every fitting he needed with a smirk of equal standing to his once upper-tier brother.
Damn.
As for me, I began to go through my own
Just showing up.
success.
How dare you? How dare you, Michaela? How dare you show up my man like this?
Exactly what I wanted to be. After all, my husband had made a name for himself in the fashion world. If I put the same amount of work in as I did in the demon world, then I was gonna be okay. I mean, we kind of stumbled onto success in the demon world. It kind of happened naturally.
Like in fact, we're actually given a lot of success. Just like we're Nepo babies too. Like that.
I love Jay Petal's comment because we all know how much he loved wearing clothes. Just couldn't wait to get them off of him. Every single scene. Exactly. However, there was never a day that went by that I didn't think about what was happening in the abyssal plains. It was a heavy chapter in my life, one that tested the love between me and Eric. To think that I was under the influence of a child who needed to be set free still astounded me to no end. It sounds ridiculous when you say it like that. For a moment, I myself almost believed that I was pregnant instead. Thankfully, that wasn't the case, but, uh-oh. Maybe I'm pregnant now. Still, I was confident that we would get
look at
through
Eric.
And stay together no matter what.
Look at him.
What about? I can't see him. It's just a black screen.
He's right there.
There he is.
Yeah.
No matter what came on.
He's hiding in the shadows watching you.
Demon. Devil. Spirit. Noxious gas. It didn't matter to us. We were unstoppable together.
The sun.
Nerve toxin.
Pregnancy.
Life Money Gamer. The faint memory of my own power slightly tingled through me every time I grew confident, eagerly reminding me that I had strength of my own. I would never let anyone come between me and Eric ever again. The thoughts of it all echoed in my mind as I sat in bed, looking up at the ceiling with a wide smile on my face. Despite the dangers being real, the war was an adventure, fun to look back upon in my memories. Ah, yes, the good old days of the war, and all my friends were killed and maimed
glory days.
Now everyone has
We
PTSD.
To be fair, we didn't make any friends with people in the demon world.
Alright, addicted to opioids.
Oh my god.
Yes, the good old times at the war. I took in a breath and let out a sigh, leaning back against the bedpost and closing my eyes. I was at peace, and everything was all right.
Princess?
Ah!
My goodness.
That was the biggest jump scare in this game. Holy shit.
Whoa, wait a second. He looks kinda... I'm a little scared now.
He looks kinda...
I've never been scared of Eric before, but now I'm scared of him.
Looks kinda...
It's that one eye thing going on.
I need an adult.
His hair. Wait, you see his hair here? It looks like an earring.
Oh.
How it swoops like a wolf.
Swoopy.
Is that swoopy?
Love it.
And my pet name. I opened my eyes at the sound of my pet name, looking up to see Eric at the door, smiling at me and holding a plate of food. Unlike the demon world, this world had the makings of tasty eggs, bacon, and sausage, and other just delicious concoctions made for the early morning.
Ray Petal.
Oh, Lord.
God fucking damn it, J Petal. Oh no.
I mean, we do have sausage ready. Eggs, bacon, grits, sausage, as I took a sight of all my favorite foods on the plate in Eric's hand. I licked my lips and let out a happy hum. Hey, that looks delicious. You know what would be more delicious? If you took off your clothes.
What
His
looks
clothes are already
delicious?
off.
Take off more clothes. I'm assuming he's wearing underwear.
And it's all for you.
You sure? I was squealing internally, feeling a bit spoiled at the treatment he was giving me. As he walked over and sat on the edge of the bed, Eric handed me the plate and watched as I accepted it and took a bite of what he offered, groaning at the amazing taste.
Yeah, that was the line I was sort of imagining there, J Petal.
Oh my god.
You know what would be more delicious? Me.
You know what would be more delicious, Eric? Me.
Terrible. Just despicable.
Nothing is okay. God.
With a smile, I took some of it onto the fork that was on the plate and offered it to Eric, seeing him stare at me in slight surprise before smiling and taking the bite. Licking his lips after. Oh god, no. Fuck. Thank you, Eric. You spoiled me.
Anything for you, sweet princess.
Like I had to speak. I giggled at the name, nuzzling Eric's hand as it came up to caress my cheek, lovingly. When I finish this meal, I'm gonna eat you too. His
I didn't make
hands
sure that
were
wasn't
always
actually in
so
there.
soft and warm, perfect to hold me and make me feel loved and safe. I opened an eye to look up at him cutely,
Nothing
seeing
will
him
ever be
blush
okay
with a
again.
smile of his own.
I would happily do anything for you.
Anything.
Anything,
Hey.
anything, Mr. Obama.
Anything.
Then perish.
Just name it.
Perish. I cupped his hand and gently placed a kiss over his palm, feeling him stare in the surprise at the gesture. I could almost hear the blush on his face intensifying before. Hear the blush? You can hear the blush? Before I even looked back at him
I
to
don't know
confirm
what that's
it.
supposed to mean. You got me too.
He was red as an apple. Perfect. I giggled again and nuzzled his hand, almost laying my hand on it. My head on it, not my hand. Be with me forever? It took a cute moment for Eric to regain his composure before nodding, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear.
Forever and always.
I wanna be here forever. I was trying to see if I could do something, but no.
Hold me every day and every night, and cry out only my name.
No.
Call me by your name, and I'll call you by mine.
I love it when you call me Dave.
Sweet waves of joy rushed through me. Every answer. Okay, sweet waves of joy rushed through me. Every answer he gave, confirming his devotion and love for me. I was so lucky to have him as my own, and I can tell that he believed himself to be the lucky one. In honesty, we were both the lucky ones, perfectly blending each other and devoting ourselves to each other without second thoughts. We proved it in the demon world, and we would prove it for the rest of our lives.
Get to the eating? The eating of what, J Petal?
Of me. I gently pulled Eric towards me, moving the plate between us to the nightstand, smiling as he came close before capturing my lips with mine in a loving kiss. He was definitely surprised, but it wasn't long before he began to kiss back just as passionately. Soon he was eating me like I was his breakfast. The gentle the gentle taste of roses and rain always made me feel at peace, and I always managed to find it on Eric's lips. He was my perfect prince, and I was his loving princess. Our mansion was a castle, and the human world was our kingdom to explore. What story could have been better? I don't know, James.
The Lord of the Rings.
Fourth Wing?
Oh, Fourth Wing is actually really good.
Sorry.
Oh, you read it?
Yes, I've read it, and I'm on the second book now.
What is
I'm
this?
trying to read the second book. It's a book series.
It's called The Iron Flame is the second book.
Yeah.
What kind of book is it?
It's about vampires. I mean,
Am I
dragons.
reading
It's about
vampire
dragons.
romance books?
No, it's a
No.
dragon book.
Dragon?
It's where you it's about this main character Violet who is forced to become a dragon rider because her mother is very stubborn about things, and she falls in love with this dude who tries to keep killing her, yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just me and my friend Ray. We were we made a bet to see who would finish it if we were able to finish it within the 4 weeks that we given ourselves, and we did. We finished it really fast, actually. We essentially became a romantasy book club. Anywho.
Aww.
As we gently pulled away, we gazed into each other's eyes, becoming lost in them. All I could see in its purple irises were waves of love and care, filling my heart with everlasting peace. I began to wonder what he saw in my eyes. Whatever it was, he became entranced, and could do nothing but wrap his free arm around me, pulling me to him lovingly.
His eye actually looks really fucking creepy if you just focus on the eye.
No, right?
Doesn't look right.
I know, right? I don't know
Something weird about the shape.
It looks like he's demeaning us, like, haha, bitch.
Everything in my life belongs to you. My heart, my body, my soul, everything. I swear to give you everything I am, and love you until the end of time. Nothing will tear me away from you.
Eric. With a tender kiss on my forehead, Eric's expression softened to a gaze of deep love.
I love you, princess. I love you so much.
I believed every word. I let his words embed themselves into my heart, and I would remember them forever. As Eric kissed me again, locking lips with mine, he sealed his words. I would love him and continue to hold him close for the rest of my life. Nothing would be able to tear me away from him any longer.
Except for Seduce Me 3.
That's not happening. And that was my perfect happily ever after. And hopelessly devoted to you, I.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the end.
All right. Hopelessly devoted.
Are you gonna, wait, we'll keep clicking. I think there's a credit scene.
I'm addicted to you.
There we go.
All right, there you go. We got through it, guys.
Yeah, we're done. Did you guys have fun?
It was something.
Yeah.
You had
a good
fun.
time.
You liked it. You didn't like that we demoted your channel so much, but
Look, we needed
you liked it.
we needed some more of the romancing and the nighttime rendezvous. When we got to
we
the
now?
action, oh my god, the action was tough to get through. Oh, here we go. We have the song. Should we all sing along? A memory echoed
do you know the
within
song?
my heart. I call to you. I'll still wondering what to do. And how the song goes at all. Is that we never be apart. Yeah, I want more wrestling, guys. That was my dream, but we didn't
Love
get
it.
it.
That was your dream.
The wrestling, yeah. Pickle 131.
Yeah, that's voice actor for Suzu. Hey.
Near, far, wherever you are.
Oh Lord.
I had to deliver it.
If it wasn't like almost like if it wasn't 11 o'clock right now for me, I would like belt my voice out.
I will lead a certain doom and Yakuza for that. I'm sure you will, J Pedal. I'm sorry. I just want to do it. Seduce Me 2's ED theme, just you and me.
Emily,
Why is that moving at a different pace than the other
Emily, Emma.
Jesus.
Oh my Lord.
That's a lot of Emily's. Oh my goodness.
All right. There's a lot of memes here.
I do like the song though. I like all the songs in this Seduce Me series. Are we gonna get copyrighted?
Oh my god, quickly seeps. We'll beat the dangers that we'll face alone. The danger come, I'm ready for the fight.
Oh,
Don't copyright
Lord.
strike me because I'm singing along. I'll prove
my
myself
God.
and know that we will be alright. Because together forever.
Oh my god.
Let's fly to the moon.
The breeze. And you're so high with me. Wait for you.
Like no one's singing the same fucking thing. I am leaving. We have to sing over the song, guys. Come on, this is serious business. I can't get my channel shut down.
Ah, you poor souls.
We'll soar like eagles to Mount Doom and the Lord of the Rings and save Frodo and Samwise, 'cause they all need a hand. Barb Dix.
Crab nipples and Richard.
Again, please just don't.
Again, please just don't
Richard's
ask. Okay.
Nipple. Hey everyone. Guess what?
What?
We finished.
Hello everyone. Might want a gamer here. Thank you, Rachel.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
We did it. I don't know why I'm weirdly emotional now.
Aw.
I'm weirdly emotional now.
And I have to try to
What?
get some sleep after that.
We did it. We finished.
Bad? Bad end.
We got the bad end.
We got the J-Pedal bad end, which is just any stream.
It's a very
end.
Emily game. Are you too worked up to sleep? Try actually get to an end in a game. Try
I've
actually
ended
getting to an
games
end.
before.
Damn.
I will-
That's a call out.
I will
I remember,
end this game.
I remember I was so angry at you. I was angry at you and Lady Sheriff for not finishing Fatal Hearts when I was younger.
What? It's finished now.
Yeah, but it took you like a year to do it.
There have been games that
Wolf
have
Hall.
taken much
You're
longer
right.
than
Wolf
that.
Hall. You guys never finished Wolf Hall. I had to buy the game myself so I can finish the game.
Fuck Wolf Hall. We all agreed it wasn't as good as the original.
I loved Wolf Hall. I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't we agree?
But it's not. Though to be fair, it's not as iconic without Horace Harrington.
It was not the same.
It was not the same without Horace.
I'm sorry, it just wasn't.
I need to draw like Horace with Professor Grabiner again.
You 100%ed Wolf Hall? Wow. Okay. Good job.
I don't think I'm 100%ed, but I think it was pretty close to it
I'm
actually.
100%.
It was really good. I really liked it.
I have 100%ed very few games.
I don't think I ever said this to you guys. I always wanted to romance William, and in that game you get to romance William.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because he squares off girls, so that's why you couldn't romance him in the first game. But the second game, you're a guy.
Wait, you have needs? I thought your needs were related to
William
Yakuza.
You're right, J Pedal. He was lovely. He was a lovely person. Meanwhile, Damien is still such like a perverted dick.
Some people like Damien's.
That's true. I should just buy the game. Try this and finish and play.
Wait, which game do you want to beat that I haven't finished? What is your request?
About Wolf Hall.
Really? We're still talking about Wolf Hall?
Yes, we're still talking about Wolf Hall. Have we talked about any other game?
Oh, you guys can talk about other games.
Any.
Mike,
no Trey says any of them.
What's one game that you would want to see me complete, Mike?
Me? Why are you asking me?
Why wouldn't I ask you? I've gotten other people's opinions.
Persona 5.
I finished Persona 5 actually. What?
Wait, you did? Oh shoot, I forgot.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
You gotta watch like one of the 500 streams. You know, definitely blaming you.
You're right, you did. I forgot. That's my mistake. Hogwarts Legacy.
Mike, I haven't. I'm not dropping it. What do you want to see me finish?
I don't know, cause like
Mike doesn't watch my videos.
Kind of, but
Damn.
I don't know what
Blank Space.
ongoing.
You didn't finish Blank Space.
It's a blank space.
Yeah, I don't.
Literally
remember
3
which
years
ones
ago,
are
you did not finish it.
I am finishing Yakuza 0. I wonder why I'm finishing it. Someone's kind of guiding me along. Mike doesn't even know who it is. He hasn't seen the streams.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know who's on my Yakuza 0 streams, Mike?
Oh, didn't
Yes.
J Pedal start joining you with?
I felt unsure. Yes, it is J Pedal. That's why I was saying to her.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Wait, what were you gonna say, Mike?
What?
Before, we got cut off with all the other things we were shouting out.
Oh, basically I didn't know what else was.
Yeah, okay, you don't know.
Yeah. I'll try J Pedal. It depends on my
Aw.
schedule and all that.
She wants to see you on the stream.
Aww.
Everyone wants to see you, Mike Money. We'll
Good
put
to
it as a
know
maybe.
that. Yeah. Good to know though that I'm missed whenever I'm not there.
It's on kind of late Saturday nights.
Yeah.
That's probably the last time I'm gonna stream for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you got some stuff you need to tend to?
No, I feel like I'm not that interesting.
Oh, you're fine.
Lame.
Don't chicken out.
No, I feel like I'm not I'm not streamer material.
Who thinks that TCam's interesting in this chat here? Let's see.
I think you pulled it off pretty
By the way, I'm
well.
gonna go
I know
use the facility
in
so
the
I'll let
group.
people pull. You guys can
Yeah, I
talk
need to do
amongst
that
yourself.
too. But, I'm gonna
Mike, wait
just
till I
a
come back
second.
at least. Jesus, dude.
Far more interesting. No,
I'll
don't
try. I've
say
been
that.
waiting for a
Don't say
while.
that, Nano.
Only girls go to the bathroom together, not dudes.
I don't even consider if I'm interested in my stream. I don't know if I like the person. I don't know if I have the streamer personality.
Hell, I thought I didn't have the recording personality, and then Try told me earlier that I did. I was like, what? Like, I thought I was just like literally, what's the word I'm looking for? Bullshitting my way through it. But he goes, no, like from the times that you started until now, you actually do hold not necessarily a conversation since you're only talking really to yourself, but he said that you're able to keep the conversation going. And I was like, yeah, but sometimes I feel like I'm just like literally just like going, oh yeah, this is happening in the game. This is happening in the game. Yeah, this is going on. And yet I've heard from, you know, many YouTubers that they say that that actually is kind of nice because like even if you're just talking about the game, it's better than being silent.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. That is true.
Like
I
one
was told
example.
not to be silent.
Yeah, one example I always go back to is like I would always read the dialogue options instead of just letting them sit there and wait for people to read them. And somebody asked me about that, and I said it was like I told a story about how my brother, when we played games together, he couldn't read as fast as me. And so one day I just started reading aloud what I was reading on the screen. And he told me, like, as he grew up with that, he goes, you know, I never knew how much I would appreciate that until I played games myself and I didn't have you there reading with me. And I was just like, this is odd. Like,
Aww.
it's strange to read stuff in a game. I feel like I do it slower. And I was like, no, it's not slower. It's like you're taking your time, like, you know, making him feel better, right? And, you know, I asked, like, I looked at some of my videos and stuff before in the past, and, like, I've had people in the comments said similar things. They'd be like, oh, I really appreciate that you just read the dialogue instead of just leave it there for people to read themselves. Because sometimes people can't read as fast, and then they have to pause the video to be able to read the dialogue before you move on. And I was like, well, that's why I take my time, you know, reading through it, trying sometimes to do a little bit of voice with it. And even though it doesn't always come out that way, they say they still appreciate it because you feel like you're actually there instead of watching the video from a distance, because you get to like kind of feel the emotion of the person as they're like saying like, oh, check this out, like, isn't this cool, like how they use this line or whatever. It's like something I've noticed that a lot of LPers do. They'll do this thing where they'll play the game, but they only emotionally react to, say, like the action scenes. Meanwhile, me, whenever I read like the dialogue and stuff, I react to it in a funny way. Like somebody will say something stupid in the dialogue, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, why would they say that? And they're acting like it's the most down to earth thing ever. Oh, that would be a lot of fun. The Ace Attorney Edgeworth investigation games. I've actually seen some gameplay of that. It's actually a pretty good one.
Oh, are you gonna play that?
I wanted to eventually. I haven't caught it yet, but it is a lot of. It's kind of neat from what I've seen of it. It's kind of like a fun little spin on the, you know, other Ace Attorney games. Because instead of, you know, outright defending people, you're actually doing cases outside of the courtroom sometimes, which is kind of fun how they handle that.
Something different. What is this?
I don't even like you.
Oh yeah, that. Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what that clip was. I just checked now.
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, so this has been an interesting game. So what would you say was your favorite route in this one? I forgot the names of
James.
the boys. James, he's the main one. Right.
He's my guy, you know.
Yeah.
He's not the canon route. It's Sam that's the canon route. But like James is like my canon route, you know. Like I love James so much. My cat's name is James. To be fair, I didn't name him, but like his name was it was his name in the shelter. But you know what? That's just.
How much variation is there in the different ones you go on here?
So there's obviously 6 routes. So there's I think there's 3 endings for each route. One where you live with your, boyfriend and the other ones where like you either live or you die, but either way you don't end up with your guy.
Aw.
I know when I played James's route and I got his bad ending, I was so distraught.
Aw.
I was so upset.
Were you like trying really hard too, and then just didn't get the right one?
No, I got it right the first
intentionally
time around.
trying to-
I was intentionally trying to get the bad ending.
Okay, well, it's probably worse if you unintentionally get it, and then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. I was like prepared. I was warned, like, I was warned about like doing his bad ending because it was so heart-wrenching. And it really was. It really was. It still haunts me to this day.
Aw. I'm gonna go to the.
What the hell?
I was just closing the game because I was like, the music was getting on my nerves.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna 1 second. I'll just transition to the end screen for this since we're wrapping up soon. Oh, the music's very loud for here. Let me turn this down. Sorry. I know. There we go. So, did we want to give some closing thoughts on this? I know it was loud. It's usually loud. I don't usually talk over this part.
Who needs ears anyway? Yeah, you're right. Who needs ears? This dude here, like Try here, kept like fucking playing a bunch of like stuff in the background. I don't know if you guys heard it.
You
like,
guys can
like,
turn that
little...
down, in Discord.
Yeah,
no,
we can, but
obviously
whatever.
Instead of complaining about every single time. How the stream goes? Good.
Horny game, big horny. Okay,
Horny game was
that's
horny.
fun.
Yeah.
Very horny.
Yes.
Why am I toxic?
Yep.
It was pretty
overall, yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Still, I liked how we played with the dialogue a little bit more than they probably expected us to do, which was, I always find that more exciting than just reading it normally. It's like I was saying before, it's always more enjoyable if you can actually like play a game and like have fun with it by making fun of like the dialogue in some way or another. Like, I'll just go back to what we just did recently where we're like, they were exhausted, I was exhausted, I'm so exhausted, it's exhausting, and we just kept adding it to every statement because we were just like, that is excessive.
Yeah, that happens. It's like, that's why you have to have people kind of like read over your writing, because like that sometimes you will get into that where you like reuse certain words over and over.
Right.
I think any writers probably like notice that about themselves at some point.
It's also when you listen to someone talk and like they'll be doing a lecture. And
it's easy doing
use
talking
words,
too. Yeah.
Yeah, they use words like I'm using it now, like multiple times, and so on, and it's just like,
there you go.
Listen to them, yeah, you listen to them, and you know they're not doing it on purpose. It's just,
of course, yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, you listen to them, and after a while, you start keeping a mental count. You're like, okay, how many times are they going to say this word? Because you just can't help it.
And then you'll ask them, how many times did you say like? And they'll go to you. Maybe 3 or 4. No, it was 24.
Speaking of that, like another funny thing is, this lady at work was telling me that her husband was humming a song that was playing in the background, And she goes, "Have you heard this song before?" And he goes, "What song?" And she blinks at him and goes, "The song that's playing." And he goes, "There's a song playing?" And I was like, you know, actually, that was proven that that's a real thing, because sometimes you'll listen to music in the background, and if it's quiet enough that you can pick it up but not focus all your attention on it, your brain will actually recognize that it's playing, and you'll actually hum it and stuff without even realizing it. And they said that's like the weirdest thing about music, is that it actually has such an effect on people that you won't even notice that you're listening to music sometimes. Or my other favorite one is like when you're trying to remember a lyric, but it plays in your head vividly, but then the second you try to sing it out loud, you can't.
Have you ever gone to bed, and in a dream you had like this song in your head that sounded really good, and then you try to get it out, and it's like, no, either it wasn't that good or I just can't fucking remember it.
A little bit of both, yeah.
A little bit of both.
Kind of reminds me of the song Tribute. It's like,
song?
it was the most amazing song in the world, but this is just the tribute.
This is not the closet dream. This is about songs, not peeing. This is something that I think, was it Paul McCartney? Yeah, I think one of the Beatles songs is written from something he dreamed about. Maybe it was yesterday.
That's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, he had the song in his head.
All my troubles seem so far away. Now I see that they are here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. That song, yeah.
Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shadow hanging
over me.
Oh, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because in vision softly creeping, left their seeds while I was sleeping.
Said something wrong, now I long for yesterday.
Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna call off for tonight because I do have work early in the morning.
Well,
we understand.
Good luck with work in the
Sorry.
morning.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe.
Thanks for joining us,
Take
and we
care.
will.
No problemo. I do have to give insulin in the morning. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Night.
Night night.
I mean, the rest of us should probably get going too.
Yeah.
I've actually been up since
Trevor?
It was like 36 hours or something at this point.
Oh goodness me.
Oh,
goodness
God.
me.
Okay, yeah.
So
Definitely need to get some sleep, my dude.
bye, people. Closing
Yeah.
the
Bye-bye,
stream
peeps.
now.